Blue 4, Misu, Op 4, Mr. B Cheeseburger, Op 4, Navy, Blue 4, Nox, Blue 4, Vuo, Blue 4. Let's get Hudson, Blue 4, Rolo, Op 4, Holton, Op 4, Koak, Blue 4, Gorskieski, Blue 4, Tomfeld, Blue 4.
Can Martin wait
Is
for
that
his
a
name
20
to be
advantage?
called out?
What's up,
That should be a 20.
guys?
Dingo, you're a traitor, dude. Wow.
We have Daddy Dingo back.
Yeah.
Dingo,
Relax.
Dingo, make sure Martin's in the right team for the numbers.
Yeah, oh, calm down, everyone, thank you. 20% on 50 is 10 people. At the minute, they're up 11. That has just increased to 5.2, which means it should be 61.4, no, 0.6 people. But you know, keep ripping it on. I'll happily, I'll do maths all night if you guys want to. We can sit here and just do balancing all night. I'm happy to do that. I'd love to do that. It's great practice.
Let's do that. That sounds like fun.
Right, Nox, you're on Blue 4. That should be everyone slotted up. If you can't slot up, jump out and jump out and jump back in again, and it will work. Okay, let's push through. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Basebeard, you've got a minute. Sort out your guys.
I need a first platoon lead, please. Can someone jump in before you get voluntold? Going once, going twice. Fred, get in first platoon, please. Bravos. A little bit shaky there, but okay. As long as you have comms, that'll be fine. Chosen good. Second platoon needs a platoon lead. Can I please get one?
I can do that. That's for Op 4, right?
Actually. Yeah, for Op 4. If you want to grab that, perfect. Would it be too much to ask Echo if you guys could condense down to Foxtrot, please, and then fill out a team lead and whatever else slots that you have missing on on Echo, just for the MMG slots, please. Thank you. That is perfect. I think
5 seconds.
to go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm good.
Cool, awesome. Twig King, you have 1 minute.
Hello. All right, I need a first platoon lead, and Wuno, you can lead from Alpha. That's fine. Also the M1158. That's the APCs, right? The
No. Up armor. Normal Humvees.
oh, disgusting. All right.
Talk about yourself.
Yeah. Did enough assets there, buddy. Could have just said Humvee. Would have been easier. I need a second platoon lead. I need someone to volunteer for that, please, and thank you. You got like 10 seconds before I tell somebody to do it. Wuno, you can lead from Alpha 1, that's fine. Alright, let me volunteer somebody. John, do you want to do it? Do you want to be second platoon lead, and then you can just lead Delta from second platoon, but also have the entire platoon? Do you want to do that, John? Stupid Danus, or stupid anus?
Stupid anus.
Stupid anus. Do you want to lead?
You said he didn't want to.
Okay.
20 seconds.
Fuck it, Mountain. You want it?
What?
Second platoon lead.
Just take it.
I'm way too tired. No.
Oh my god, I'll take it. Okay. Jonathan took it, it's fine.
All right.
5 seconds.
You're good. All right, all good. Don't want to be mean to anybody, so kumbaya.
Awesome, fantastic. Right, let's push forwards to our briefing. As we jump into our briefing and move forwards, we're running a new framework at the minute. It's been heavily tested, but this will be the first time going live. So if you do notice any game-changing issues, i.e. unfair advantages or something out of the norm that we need to know about, please notify a member of staff so that we can get it addressed, get it fixed, and get it sorted. We love this event. We know you love this event, and we want it to be nice and fair and enjoyable for all. So keep working together. We'll keep this thing growing in the right direction.
What do you
Hope
think?
you've all had a very good break. Oh, stop it. I hope you've all had a good little New Year's break, and yeah, welcome back.
I was home alone on New Year's celebration.
Alright, that's all I needed to see. Alright, jumping up to the casting couch now. I'm going to quickly adjust my name. We have not a lot of Twitch URLs on the multi, though that doesn't matter right now because all of the commands seem to be busted right now because Twitch is having some issues right now. So Larry already brought it up. With Twitch bugging out, that usually means that commands are down. I can't update the title or the tags of the stream, and the bots. I mentioned the commands, excuse me. You might not see your own messages go by because Twitch is having some sort of DDoS issue right now. That can that's my best guess because, again, the requests that are going through to Twitch aren't being processed, which usually means a denial of service attack, distributed or yada-yada. That's the difference between a DOS and a DDoS, is just add the word distributed to it. Either way, guys, it has been 2 weeks from Friday Night Fights. Last week they took the week off because it was Christmas and no one really wanted to play, which, you know, understandably makes sense. But otherwise, my name is Liru. I will be your commentator for this round, and I might play around in NA tonight. I'm still debating it because PvP, even though I hate it, can be quite addictive, and the stuff I was playing in OFCRA yesterday was interesting, to say the least. But hope you are all doing all right. Let's see. It looks like we are getting some of the bots to work now for the commands. Great. But otherwise, this is round 1 of the EU branch. Again, there are 2 branches of Friday Night Fights every week. And I'm going to be joined by Ghoster, a.k.a. Boston. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, doing just fine. First mission of 2021, so, you know, gotta be here.
Give me 1 second. Your mic's a little bit quiet. I'm going to adjust your volume.
Weird. Normally it's pretty decent, but alright. Oh, this is a terminal hack.
I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do. No, I'm not Zeusing. Alright, so to pretty much explain this operation, Blue 4 has to take on 3 Op4 terminal sites. It is non-sequential, meaning any terminal can be hit at any specific time. Terminal should be a 90-second countdown. By default, sometimes it's set to 60. And in that countdown, Op4 can then interact with the terminal to stop the countdown, but it does not reset it. And standard round is 50 minutes, so Op4 has to defend for 50 minutes after save start, whereas Blue 4 has 50 minutes after save start to hack all 3 terminals. And the standard overtime procedure is if a last terminal's counting down after the 50 minutes are called, then they play it out. But the overtime can also be adjusted if there's still a lot of people going.
So one of the coolest things I'm noticing about this one that Nemesis, the mission maker of this one, did was he put up the terminal screens and put custom images on them.
Yes, I can see that.
Sites. So that's a nice little thing here, but as for everything else, it looks like it's pretty map standard. There's not really anything added, so defenders are going to have to set up their own bunkered defenses if they want to get any kind of extra protection out of them. Again, like you said, pretty standard defense. One thing I want to know is, do Blue 4 get boats? Because it looks like
there was 3 RHIBs.
Today, smile.
Yeah, but they're unarmed, it looks like.
Yep. Each one can carry about 8 persons, so enough for not half of their force, but a sizable force to go on that flank should they choose. But those boats are also really easy to destroy, so I'm not sure we're going to see them risk it today, because it's going to take too long to deploy them via boat. Honestly, it would be quicker just to have a chopper do 2 trips for the same exact amount of people.
I think the only reason they would take boats is that it's a little bit quieter, and if they put most of their force on the road or in a helicopter in, then that boat force can hit without having to experience much contact, because everyone else would be orientated to fighting somewhere else.
Freya, thanks for the 4-month
Otherwise,
resub. Hope you're doing okay.
I would
Hope you keep
I would
enjoying the
call
ups,
this
and I hope you get
I'm
a
going to
kick on
call it
that
right now. I
FNF
think
tonight.
it's going to be a close match. Like, it's going to probably come down to overtime, and within the last 5 minutes is whether it will end or not.
Well, so the best ways I can put it here is, first off, the assets. We have multiple 50 cal Humvees that are slightly up armored, and then we have an armed truck with a 50. But otherwise, it's the Ghost Hawk, the Black Hawk, which is unarmed though, so there's not going to be any, orbital harassment from the helicopter. It's just going to either fly people in or be a distraction. Players-wise for Blue 4, I do see we have T5 Bay, who I often like to say is the second best player here, and I've already lost track of him. But
he was alive.
yeah, he was here. Otherwise, I see some well-known names, Pads, Navy, Gorski, 2600, K over yonder. And I still have Guy Fieri, who was doing really well last time, Mountain, of course. So we've got, a good mix of good players and veterans, as well as some names I honestly don't recognize. Looking at Op4 here, Op4 has a slight asset advantage with those BTR-80s because of that 14.5 millimeter, but it is really easy to counter a BTR-80 with a 50 cal, so I can argue that both sides are even, but the slower APC being used on the defensive really nullifies the mobility advantage because, the mobility issue of the BTR-80s because they honestly aren't good at maneuvering at all, per se. But name-wise, yeah, we've got Scandi Recon
on Op4, so that could be used for more mobile purposes, along with 2 quad bikes. I already see one was taken.
Yep.
They'll probably give that to the X-ray squad.
So, go ahead.
We might want to go over that. So one of the new things that we've done for the framework update for, this is 2.0 of the FNF, is that now instead of having marksmans attached at the platoon level, there is an entirely separate element at the company level called the X-ray squad. And it's got a spotter, marksman, medic, and team leader. And the requirement for it is that you have to fill at least 3 of the 4 slots for it to be usable. You cannot have a 2-man team there.
So there's only one marksman now per side.
One marksman per side.
Okay.
So that was something talked about in the CL meetings like months ago. But because of the impending update for this new year, they just never implemented it in the other version.
That's fair.
Other than that, most of the framework, it was very well cleaned up. I took a look at the files, and Martin did some really good work on it. We did playtest a couple missions on all of the game modes, and we didn't find anything per se wrong, which was a good thing. But otherwise, yeah, it's been
Boston AK
updated
Ghoster
to run a
is
lot
the
faster. Hopefully, we'll be able to get
here.
more people in as well.
All right. I wonder, starting next week, they'll try to push the envelope. But if they want more people, I think Dingo will then tell me, because they'll start, putting the advertising commands up again, and we'll get all that sorted on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's still a bunch of people who are finding your videos, even now, going, oh, I wish I could join this, because I know I've heard of a couple groups being told, hey, sorry, we're not accepting anyone new.
Yeah, I do hope they change that.
Group.
But
the rule was it's an official group, like an official group within FNF that they play as. They can still come in as Centaur, but it's the first come first serve.
Probably make a video on how to join all that one day, but we'll get there when we get there. I know they're just trying to get the framework all sorted before they try to bring more people in, so they don't have ops that turn into desyncy messes like what used to happen.
Yeah. One of the things I would like to point out, Risen is actually
thanks for
setting
giving
up
one shot a
fortifications
sub
over at Terminal 2, so it looks like they're going to put a light defense, or this might be a facade defense over here. The fact that only he is over here at the moment. We're also seeing 4th IB guys digging trenches behind Terminal 1. They're not actually at the terminal, they're hiding behind it, which I guess would be a good fallback line, but I'm not quite sure what they're going to be doing with that. Normally you would put it in front.
Usually with 3 AOs, or 3 different objectives to defend, you will often see the defending faction scuttle one in favor of defending 2, so they don't have to split their forces among 3. However, with this AO and the terminals being so close together, it is quite possible that they are going to try to establish secondary and even tertiary defensive lines to pull away if they need to after holding one. But you also have to understand that that terminal, which is site number 1, is the southernmost area. And Op4 can't really go out and put defensive lines in front of it because it is just at the edge of their safe start zone, which means they can't leave it yet. So I can understand that they'd want to sacrifice that one. And then you also have Risen digging some bunker lines where he can, because Terminal Site 2 is also on the western edge of the safe start line, if not the southwestern edge, because of how the box is formed here. So they're definitely going to try a more direct defense of Terminal Site 2, but Terminal Site 1, I don't know what they're going to go for just yet.
I don't know if any of those guys are actual engineers. They might be, no, Walshes.
All 4 of the guys out right now, because you also have Holton at Terminal Site 3 looking around, so they're all trying to make some defensive lines right here, but what specifically is hard to tell. Risen's doing a more direct defense. Holton, we see some Hesco barriers up on certain angles. He might continue that. I think he's trying to select an asset right now. And then the other 2 engineers, I think, are just trying to build some... Nope, they just built a bunker overlooking Site 1. So I think Op4 is actually going to go for a 3-play defense here.
Well, and I would like to see, there was a mission a while back.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Big open field with a little ridge top and a singular bunker up there that just turned into a kill house. It was like rainy, 2 helicopter CH-47s. I would like to see something like that done again, where they put up a somewhat advantageous location for the defenders to all see and funnel into, and then quickly realize that that is a kill hill. Now stop! Now stop! Okay. He stopped right before the edge of the safe start over here at Terminal 1.
He's trying.
I will test the edge. But other than that, I'm seeing a small group, it looks like TSB. No, that can't be TSB. We got Moxie leading them. They're going to be staying over here at Terminal 3. It looks like they're going to be setting up in the buildings. 1 BTR is just crewed. We've got another 4-man squad going over to Terminal 2. And then we've got, it looks like they're going to do a counterattack, because they have a mostly loaded gas and a mostly loaded truck with Scandi Recon, so they're definitely going to be pushing out.
Yep, they are taking the armed gas too. That would be a smart call to try to catch Blue 4 out of position here.
Vehicle.
The one issue, though, is there are 3 potential routes from their MSR to go along. If I were them, I'd put the armed Vic first and just try to cut it off, but risking that much infantry means that they are going to try to set up somewhere to catch a Blue 4 convoy out of position here to attempt to ambush it, because they do have the MAT team gun as well. I believe it was Eander that had it. Yep, so if they can position Eander at a good spot to do some overwatch with that RPG-42, he has proven himself in the past as being very capable of taking out vehicles from incredibly long ranges, so we'll see how that goes.
I would probably put him as one of the best Rocketeers here in FNF.
I wouldn't just say here in FNF. Like, I have the bias of I've had him in TSB. He knows his shit, and he can hit stuff from incredibly long ranges. He's one of the best guys I've met for AT, so we'll see what they do.
The Terminal 2 group that's set up there is actually the X-Ray squad, so that's the marksman team. Looks like they'll probably be heading up to the top of the hill, or even behind the rocks to the southwest, overlooking that Terminal 2 location. Maybe getting eyes on, but as you're seeing, I'm seeing more and more vehicles loaded with a decent amount of people heading over to Terminal 1. So I wonder if, so Basebeard is leading the Op4 command, and he's going to be versus Twig King on Blue 4. I wonder if he's going for like a counter-op. So he's going to leave light defenses, and then he's going to push most of his guys out to try to find them before they get into the area.
It's risky, but if it pays off, he can catch a lot of Blue 4 guys out of position.
And over here
Wow.
at Blue 4, everyone's
He's committing both the
all
BTRs
lined
to
up.
that.
Looks like a pretty even distribution of people through all of the VICs, which is a good thing. We've got 3 guys in the helicopter, no one on the boats, as you predicted. All 3
Now,
turrets.
if those 2 BTRs weren't being used as offense, I would stick one south of Terminal 3 to overwatch Terminal 1 with the distance of the little, what would you call this, a cove here?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I would stick one right where we have Paladin, Lazy Rug, Broch here, just to overwatch Terminal 1 and watch that left flank. And the second one, I would probably shove in the barn next to Terminal 2, just on the edge of the perimeter here, so it can...
One on the other side of the road.
And then to its south across the road is that little bunker that an engineer made. I would stick it in that barn building, open the door, and have it watch south, because that's another nice open kill zone for it.
You could fit that in there, though. That's a small doorway, and it's raised up pretty decently.
That's fair. Then I'd open both doorways, and I would dig a fortification on the northern side and just have it overwatch both the southern angle and the western angles there. But that second BTR, I mean, it's really hard to find a good overwatch spot in this AO for those BTRs, so I can understand why they're using it for a counteroffensive here. But with this strategy, especially since there's 3 MSRs, I would be willing to bet that Op4 is going to probably send the main force down the easternmost MSR, and then the BTRs down to those other 2 routes. The one question I have, though, is what if Blue 4 tries to go along a western route? What is going to be sent to counter that? Because looking at how Blue 4 is lined up here, I think that's exactly what they're going to do with their entire force.
And one of the other things I would like to point out here is, I believe, I'm not quite sure, I believe the safe starts were marked for both teams, so they know where each other is starting. So I think that's probably why you're going to see a decent force, or not, head down the most eastern road, I was going to say, and head over to the spawn. But no, they're heading along the middle route.
So Op4, they're sending a truck and a BTR one way, the other BTR is going to go down the other. I think they're going to break the other BTR and the truck on the westernmost route, and they're going to have the other BTR cover the easternmost. So if they're able to properly predict Blue 4's route here, that's really smart. But that Blackhawk, it is going along Blue 4's route. I'm not sure if it's going to do a scouting of said route, or if it's going to try to fly wide and deploy the X-ray squad within the UH-61st. I think they're going to go for the latter option.
Yeah, that'd be the best option, is to get the boots in the helicopter on the ground, and then you can do reconnaissance. So that way you're not losing, 5, 6 people to a helicopter going down. It's only a 3 and an asset. Which, again, doesn't sound great, but, mitigation of asset loss.
The real concern here, though, is that Op4 trying to do these wide counterattacks is going to be really difficult, because they don't really have that much mobility, and it looks like Scandia Recon has come down the road here, and they're going to try to set up an ambush right here. I don't know where that BTR is going to go, but they're trying to watch all of these routes here, but I don't think Blue 4 is going to put any units down there. I think they're going to go all eggs in one basket and hit Terminal 2, which is really great. X-Ray is going to have that convoy come in and most likely spot it for Op4, but at that point, there's going to need to be a lot of redeployment of the 2 BTRs and Scandi, but I could also see them then outflanking and hitting the Blue 4 group from the south. But this is all adamant on if Blue 4 continues to go to the west. If we see a group turn to the east or the north right here to go on the eastern routes, then those ambushes might be effective, but we'll have to see.
And I wonder how much the terrain actually played a part into some of these plans, because you have that top of that hill there. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. Scandia Recon, I believe, is on the east side of it, and then you have the top of the hill there, right next to the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how much terrain actually played a part in this plan. Like, are they going to try to use the mountainous region in the middle to hide their advance, and then from there work it out? Or was it just, let's pick a route that's not the fastest, but it'll still get us all there?
Yeah. I didn't even realize this map had this mountainous stuff in the middle. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, the part where Scandi Recon is, if you
Laggy,
go to the northwest, there's a bunch of like rock valleys,
Canyons
with little roads going up them.
Yeah, these are little footpaths actually, not necessarily roads, but
Anything's a road if you try hard enough.
yeah, as long as you can fit. Yep, Blue 4 is committing everything to the east. That's going to completely nullify Op 4's ambushes, but Op 4 could quickly reposition those forces and bring them along Blue 4's southern flank. Now, one of the hidden blessings here is with the mobility issues of the BTR-80s and the truck that Scandi took, it's going to take them, I would say, double the time compared to using gases to get behind Blue 4's group here, but that extra time is going to give Blue 4 time to deploy, and the trick would be for Scandi to catch them just as they're starting their deployment. The best
some issues with the Blue 4 convoy. I just about saw 2 different crashes, but luckily everyone saved themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we still have a quad bike with
Still got
Mountain
something,
plus
he's really hugging
1
himself.
in front, about to reach the X-ray group led by Dingo here. What they do?
UH-60 to the north is coming in for a landing with Blue 4's X-ray group. That helicopter can be heard by Op 4.
So Blue 4 is just mounting the armed Humvees early. They're stopping at a barn along the cliffside.
This is a
while
good dismount area, to be honest. Has a lot of open area.
Truck
Go
is
ahead.
moving up. It's going to be spotted by the X-ray group probably right about now. Now it's going to dismount. Oh yeah, they know. They're looking in the right direction.
Yeah, Marksman is looking right at that truck.
Now let's see how quickly the rest of these guys
I
react
changed the scope.
to that contact over there. And I'm already seeing Charlie 2 on Op 4, the MAC team, start to move to the west. Looks so they're probably going to head up behind them.
No, they don't want to do this on foot, though, because it's going to triple the amount of time it's going to take them.
Yeah.
Because Op 4 does not have perfect information like we do.
And I'm already seeing Gulf 1, one of the BTRs, heading back to town, so they got that out pretty quickly. Still no shots fired. Mountain and Jonathan from Platoon HQ got out over to the west.
I think by the time Scandi gets here, though, these guys are going to deploy and just be too far in. Yeah.
So one of the weird things is that Blue 4 is sending a couple fully loaded or decently loaded trucks along the footpath, not going straight down this MSR. They're probably going to head over to where Mountain is, which is rather weird.
We might see a... No, we're seeing a pincer strategy deploy here. We might see half the group go for Terminal 1, the other half go for Terminal 2. Because Blue 4 definitely wants to avoid the southern kill zone of Terminal 2. And yep, 50 cal firing at X-ray. I just saw Kami get a lot of shots thrown through him. That tree was not protecting him from the 50. Marksman gets hit in the back of the head. Op 4's Marksman down early on is not going to do him any favors. But if anything, this sighting of contact is only going to expedite Blue 4's plans now that Blue 4 knows that they've been spotted by Op 4.
Yep, and that first BTR is only about a minute away from contact. It's over at Terminal 2 at the moment. Well, guys at both on the Coast Cove, whatever you want to call that, and Terminal 1 are firing up at the helicopter.
Barb's commentating for NA. He's busy for EU.
What are you guys shooting at?
They're still suppressing that area. Because they don't have any magnified optics on that 50, so they're just doing their best to suppress because they still think there's units up there.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad idea. It's good. You want to make sure that the targets are down. What they haven't realized yet, though, is that they have gotten Op 4's Marksman. Unless the guy that I saw pull his binos out was actually able to see the dead marksman and his rifle right there, but that's unlikely. Yeah, it's too much in the ferns are a little too tall here. But now you're having Op4 returning fire on that position. And now Blue 4 are remounting these trucks, and I think they're changing their plan. And they're moving closer now that they know it's secured. So that's just going to put more distance between them and Scandi. Scandi is being led by Yanni here. At least he's the front man, but they need to maneuver very quickly. They could potentially catch some of Echo here out of position, which I believe are being kept in reserve. And I am seeing some veteran players in here. Pads, Nox, Legs, Olaf, Gorski. Knocking them out early would be a good advantage to give to Op4 here.
It does look like Jonathan.
Op4's fucking panicked.
From Delta 1 and possibly even Gulf. But I know they've got a sizable force over there, you know, being in
Op4 isn't, their area suppressing. They're panicked right now. I don't know why they're doing this. I think it's because they heard the gunshots from that 50, and they're just returning fire and spraying widely. I guess, I honestly don't know. I've never seen that done in FNF at that scale before.
Oh, and we got Gulf 1, one of the BTRs coming up behind the main group. It's going down a footpath, going too fast and hits a rock. Driven by...
It's smoking.
And
it's dead.
It'll be fine.
It's gonna cook off.
From a crash?
I can't believe it.
Oh.
I can't believe it. The Canyon killed a BTR.
Server gets the 3rd kill.
So that explosion's gonna tip off Echo. Wait for it. Yep, they definitely heard that. I've had an op where a bridge like almost destroyed an LAV, or you know, the NATO Marshall Vanilla unit. But I've never had an op or seen, like, bared witness to a BTR getting destroyed because of gravity. That's... wow.
I mean, if you drop anything from a decent enough height, it will kill it, but...
Yeah, but...
That's one of the odder things I've definitely seen. At least they didn't go full space program. Anyway, you still have the Charlie 2 element.
I'm impressed.
Which is all of Scandi Recon moving over towards the Delta element and Foxtrot element, so they're going to be on their way. And they're going to be reinforced by the 4th IB guys from Alpha 2.
I'm genuinely impressed. I have no idea what to say.
The Alpha Command overlooking the 1st objective. Again, more people on the cove, shooting up at the helicopter, hoping to get that lucky headshot.
Yeah, helicopter's doing a good job maintaining a good height.
His king knew it.
Ah, fuck, I heard the Doppler effect on the chopper. I thought I actually got shot down for a second, but helicopters are always good for just drawing fire and eyes. And you've got the Blue 4 Delta group, excuse me, Echo group, firing at the crew of the BTR. So now Blue 4 is going to have to check the mountainsides here. That surprise element has been blown. And again, I mean, Blue 4 knew something exploded behind them to the southeast, so they were to expect something coming. I'm still shocked that a fucking Canyon broke a BTR. Like, I've seen a lot in Arma, but that... I'm still wrapping my head around that one.
Now, my question is, could they have stopped if the gunner or even commander was able to look back and see the smoke and repaired it in time before it kicked off?
I don't think so, because once that black smoke starts going up, you're screwed at that point.
Yeah, you're
also, Dingo and Joseph for X-Ray are about to run into Blue 4's, a whole Blue 4 squad here, and they don't realize it, and they're not looking at the angle to be spotted by Blue 4. So Blue 4 is going to get... Yep, they're going to get 2 free kills. Blue 4 is within sight lines.
No one has spotted them yet.
What the fuck?
360, boys, 360.
How do you not... STS, he looked in their way, he didn't... Oh my god. Meanwhile, Dingo and Joseph see the other half of the Blue 4. You have Eriku walking right up to him. Well, they managed to drop him, but now they're going to get shot. They're stuck in a pincer. Eriku was not gonna see them. I don't know why they like panicked and engaged, but if they knew Blue 4 was not paying attention, they honestly could have just had Eriku like pass by. Like, what was that?
'Tis was just the wind.
So again, to give them credit, when you're first person in this game, it is very easy to get tunnel visioned, but you know, haha.
One of those things. Continue to look around. Doesn't matter where.
Yeah,
you're
you
going.
need to always look around, because otherwise you're gonna get screwed over.
So I'm over here looking at the 2 armed Humvee Jeeps. And Owl is doing something demonic. Dude, just get in the car.
He is in it, it's just he's glitched out. This is a thing I see once in a while. This is how the server... Yeah, so he now bailed out to try to fix it. Now you have Op4 firing out that helicopter. That is going to give Blue 4, who is close by, good accurate readings on where Op4 is positioned on. That position immediately getting engaged. BTR now firing up here, picking off the gunner. Actually, no, the gunner was able to get out in time, but they now need to, Blue 4 needs to get AT out to fire out that BTR because it is in the open right here. You got Nick now firing at the BTR, which is funny. But BTR is probably going to try to pull back as I say that it does so. You have Gorski in the back line being left to hug a side of a ridge here, waiting for Op4 to come around. And now you've got Scandi Recon and 4IB guys trying to get on the flank of the Delta group assaulting. They could do some significant damage if they get there in a few moments. AT came out. Other BTR smoking.
They're firing.
Go ahead, sorry.
You're firing while Scandi is shooting, you know. I don't think the players are going to be...
It's going to drown out the noise, exactly. Noise pollution. Look how Gorski's right here waiting for these 3 guys, but...
Do it. Lead your group to victory.
Now you got the 3 crewmen guys trying to engage Echo's rear. Gorski was able to get some pot shots in. They weren't close enough for Gorski to hit him. But it looks like Blue 4 Delta has seen Scandi Recon coming in, Azariah going down. And Azariah getting double tapped. And we just had some random explosive trap. No, the helicopter was shot down.
No, not the helicopter. The most important asset.
Ah.
Man. Oh, you know who we haven't been paying attention to? The X-ray group from Blue 4. They finally made it into the AO.
Yep, they were deployed and they've been able to sneak in a full 3-man team, getting really close to the objective site. They actually don't have a lot of resistance to get to the rear terminal because Op4 sent so many units on this wide flank, but it is not paying off for them so far because Blue 4 spotted them early on. I would equate that to the crew of that BTR getting engaged and the BTR exploding in the first place.
Exactly, and I don't know if he's there for you. Is King still standing at their spawn, basically?
For who? Yep, he is still standing there.
So that's one of the other things we changed is that when you spawn in as like a standard unit, you get nothing on you. So no guns, no backpacks, nothing to give the advantage because there is some issues with people stealing loot off of, you know, unloaded players.
Yeah, that's fair. Smart, too. So Op4, I mean, that crew's still trying to sneak around this canyon. Blue 4, that is Pad's vehicle. They are an unarmed truck about to drive through these 4IB guys.
Oh, we still got Johnson in this BTR that's not quite cooking. It's pretty well damaged right next to Hudson.
Yep.
But I don't see any AT around or close by that can really take care of that.
I think he's playing dead in the gunner's seat there. Because his driver is definitely dead. But yeah, if he can bait Blue 4 to come up and get some free kills, I mean, that's a good sacrifice play on his regard.
He switched into the commander seat and he's using the commander optics.
Smart. But otherwise, Blue 4, they are mounting up all their reserve troops from the south, and they are now fully committing to this attack. Op4's got a good pincer going. But otherwise, casualty-wise, it's, in my opinion, too early to tell, though importantly, Twig and Nestas are down for Blue 4 as the command element. All of Op4's X-Ray team are down, but their commanders are still okay. But I'm really curious to see if this X-Ray group is going to try to sneak into Terminal 3 and take that from right under Op4's nose. Because if they're able to get that...
Almost got run over.
Ooh. Meanwhile, armed Op4 Gaz just got hit by a Blue 4 group, and now we're seeing a massacre right here.
Dismounted too early.
Yep, perfect grenade throw. Knocks out Kemp and injures Schmidt. Blue 4 has a KIA here. Op4 dismounting and taking out a few people. Tables just quickly got turned on Blue 4's group right there, but some really nasty damage done. Another really good grenade throw, literally right on top of Walsh's position. Doesn't kill him, though. Doesn't even knock him out, but his legs are definitely crippled. Boston, actually, I got a dev question for you. Do you think they're ever going to increase the explosive damage that is done in Friday Night Fights?
For what specifically? Like the grenades?
Yeah, for like grenades.
I know there've been talk of it, but I don't know how much it's been accepted. One of the big things is you have to pass it through the community leaders, and then it has to go through staff to get approved.
I think it's funny when I literally watch like a perfect grenade throw right on some guy's ass and it just cripples him and that's it. Like, that's not what it would do IRL, you know?
Just complain about it to the
Thank you
players.
for the dollar, Platts. I appreciate
We
it.
want grenades to do more damage, and then they'll complain it back down. Because it's like, no, grenades do too much damage. How dare they? Nah,
I also love
big things. Is that the player in the community here decides, you know, what is overpowered and what's
JY, thanks for the 18-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you got a kick out of this. Hope you're staying safe on COVID as well. I love how we have two Blue 4 guys taking cover behind this Op4 BTR. Oh, as I say that, the guy that was not behind the BTR just got mowed the fuck down. And the surviving Op4 guys by that Gaz are doing their best, but they're slowly getting encircled. They need to try to pull back before one of these Blue 4 guys wises up and tries to take them out.
And there's contact over at Terminal 3. The X-ray group has finally got spotted by, it looks like, a Lolo.
Oh.
Smoke grenades going out on their location from Moxie and Reaper. No one quite down yet.
Yeah, they're going to pull back, though, because they're just a marksman team. They're not going to try anything risky. I've also noticed they changed the scopes on the marksman rifles. They're now much better than the MOS. Got a bigger magnification.
I believe it's an option. They can either choose an MOS or something else. I forget what the scope is called. No, marksman has two different scopes you can use.
Now the attack is starting to die down. Blue 4 we can see in two large groups and two small groups here, but honestly I think Blue 4 has lost more manpower than Op4 at this point.
Oh yeah, they've lost, I would probably put it somewhere in the 30 to 40% of their forces at the moment. There's a pretty sized chunk of Blue 4
A's dead.
And I'm not seeing as much on Op4. Like, it's like they still have most of their force.
Blue 4 really needs to get out of the forest here and get into the suburban areas, because that is where Op4 is weakest. But if Blue 4 doesn't move quick enough, the southwestern Op4 force that is doing a lot of the flanking here is going to keep whittling away at the split Blue 4 force and eventually just be able to get this all cleaned up. But still can go either way. Op4's central force up here is down to 3 guys, but they've taken out a lot of Blue 4 guys themselves, so it's tough to say.
Yeah, Johansson still in that BTR, hasn't moved, hasn't fired or anything. He's got 2 guys right there, plus 2 armed Humvees sitting right in front of his gun.
Yep. Got the 4IB guys now trying to pick off the dudes behind the BTR. 249 Humvee is looking in that direction, trying to see what's going on. Turns in real quick, though, thinking he's taking some shots, and you got Muniz over here also firing at him. he managed to actually pick one of the Blue 4 guys off. Some explosions on the rear here. I think that was a US truck that just went up, potentially the armed one. But Blue 4's southern attack wave has definitely gotten whittled down. They are below 10 at this point because that Op 4 flanking force is finally making headway. What I really notice about these attacks, though, is it looks like the attacking faction clearly has a numbers advantage, but once it's time to attack, they slow down. BTR finally started opening up.
Yeah, that Vic is done for. Finally deciding to move. Everyone running away. Beautiful.
So he's doing his best. I think his glass is screwed because otherwise he should have been able to accurately hit pads and John here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he was lining up with that,
He's hitting the other
smokes the other VTR. Kills the gunner on it too, and he's suppressing it. So really good lawn play there by Johnson.
Yeah.
And there goes Johnson.
I wonder what that
He just got blown up by, was that a friendly? Yeah, that was Yanni. Yep, Yanni has a -1 kill under AT, and he just smoked his own BTR.
That's not what you want to be doing. I mean, it had been silent for such a long time, and then it suddenly lights up.
Yeah, but he should have looked at where the angle of the gun was pointing. Like, that was a panic moment from Scandi Recon right there. I don't get why they did that.
Alright, and I'm seeing a force fall back here, led by, it looks like Pierce and Paladin. So the forces on the Cove have all pulled back. They're heading over towards Terminal 3.
Yep.
Terminal 1 has been left abandoned.
But there's no Blue 4 over there, so Op 4 feels comfortable doing that. You also have Blue 4 Command now going up to Terminal 2. They're going to take it from the rear. That's going to strand a lot of the Op 4 guys on the west. And if Blue 4 is quick in following Bravo moving in to Terminal 3, they could push in. But Op 4 definitely has the numbers advantage right here. And Blue 4 is way too cluttered up. Yeah.
They've been spotted going into that building, so they know that they're in there, and it's only going to be a two-man team. And you see Nemesis, Martin, and Muniz probably start looking over there, waiting for them to pop out of the building. Oh, and they head out the back. Alright,
So
Yanni and Muniz to see if they find Twig.
all they're going to do is just walk into the building and stop the hack. And then I don't see how Blue 4 is going to touch it again. Because you already have all Blue 4 repositioned to go hit Terminal 3.
Yep.
Unless Twig and Nestus here do some really good damage, I don't see it happening.
Yep,
There's the hack paused. So Blue 4 is now tipped off. Twig might be able to get some headshots here. Line it up on Yanni. Nestus goes down. Twig quickly doing attack reload, running into the building. Realizing that that is an open doorway, he's going to come out into Martin. And he goes down and lags out on the death. Twig should have just held there for a second and let units past him because they would have just run into that position instead. He would have been able to pick him off, get at least another more few kills, but they got pads running up.
Was able to get one or two.
Yep, he just picked off Martin and somebody else.
It looks like it could have been Yanni. Yeah, I'm not seeing Yanni over here anymore.
You got Blades now trying to pick off Naps from afar.
Is Johansson still alive in there?
He just, oh my god, what a Chad!
Yeah, that man.
What a Chad!
He just does not want to leave. It's his baby.
He took one of the enemy's LR so he can listen in. If he's smart, he'll pick up an enemy gun too to confuse his audio PID. Well, the enemy's audio PID, excuse me. Now it's only Finn, Nafs, Muniz, and Dreams trying to cover Terminal 2. Pads bandaging up on 2 kills.
Been taking shots up with Blade and Dardis. Dream coming up to support, but gets caught out by Pads.
Oof. even though we got this fight, Blue 4 really needs to clean up Terminal 2 at this point. Send a small detachment to Terminal 1, and then they would have enough to slightly overpower Terminal 3. But doing a quick time check here, they have about 22 minutes left to get this all done, which is more than enough time.
So one of the weird things is I'm seeing Fred standing out in the water far east of everyone else. I think he's still waiting for those boats to roll in.
No, I think he's just trying to make sure there's no wide attack from the X-ray group going into this position. So he's just going to stay right there and radio in if there's anything coming around that flank. Honestly, not a bad call on Op4's part. Even though, you know, we have the gift of seeing where all the units are. But, you know, it's a good security option because Op4, if you look at how their units are deployed, they're focusing on the Bravo force coming in. They don't want something to come in and hit them on the other side here.
And you just missed Johansson finally going down. Guy Fieri. But King was taken down in the process.
Guy usually plays as a medic, though, and he is a medic, so he's going to be able to bring King back up. But, yeah, Fieri really good at sending people to Flavor Town there.
Who do I look like? Barbarian? Jeez.
You got pads double tapping some Op4 bodies here. Finn now camping the terminal room.
Yeah, the only one in the terminal area. So everyone else is either dead, with the exception of Muniz and Navs, who are still guarding it.
Muniz, though, it looks like he might try to pull back here. Nafs and Finn are going to hold it. Nafs getting the kill there. Well, not the kill, he knocked out Dust there. You got X-Ray again trying to poke in and harass Op4.
Man,
I don't know. It's so.
It looked like Blue 4 was going to win, and then it looked like Op 4 was going to win, and now I would say it's probably back to Blue 4.
No, because Blue 4 has way too many units out of position here. We got Charlie 2 in the back. They're going to be sent up as basically Nafs tries to clean house here. Pads might have just seen. Oh, God. Flux saw Nafs. And now Nafs is going to probably get caught out of position by Pads, but Pads is taken out by Muniz. There's a Blue 4 guy up there. I don't know where he went. There was a Blue 4 guy directly overwatching where Muniz was. I don't know where he pulled away, though.
I know Money was over here.
I think he went down.
Money.
Muniz is on 8 kills, by the way, and I think he just got his 9th. Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, it really shows, you know, what one guy can do when, you know, he's left to his own
Deadwalker, thanks for the
devices
38-month
in the middle of
resub.
an opposing force.
Keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a kick
but
out of this.
So far, they're being held off from Terminal 2 by 2 guys.
Explosive trap going on in the middle of Blue 4's line. I don't know if it was effective or not. Oh my gosh, it killed somebody.
Looking, yeah, he was standing right on top of it.
I don't know if that was like a trade-off there, but I mean, it's next to a body. I'll call it. Like, I think that was who would have deaded that? That would have been Risen Kill. He's the only explosive guy left over. Time-wise, under 20 minutes.
And Glem on the south.
Then you just shut that door.
Yeah, the southwest side. 2-man team. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably put it in Op4's court at this point. They are able to hold off Terminal 2 after all its force. No one has been sent over to Terminal 1, which Blue 4 is going to have to be cautious about. And I don't think they're going to be able to penetrate Terminal 3 by the time by a 10-minute timer. 10 minutes left.
I just saw a Blue 4 guy get mowed down on the rooftop. I wholeheartedly agree with you here. Blue 4 just fractured their units too much, and I mean, Nafs and Muniz are playing mind games with Blue 4 here. Nafs just got his 6th kill.
Ooh, but a good grenade goes right behind him.
It went a little too far, and Muniz was able to pick off Fieri. I mean, that's the tag team here.
That's it.
Literally, there's about to be 16 kills between these two because Muniz is going to come up and double tap Fieri for his 10th kill and Naf's on 6. I mean, that's literally worth 3 fire teams, and a fire team here is like, what, 6, 7, 8 people? No, 6 people. Yeah.
I mean, that is a good chunk of force, you know, all lost to 2 people, and that's not even including the other Opfer units that died in this area, you know, defending it. So, Terminal 2, maybe it wasn't the best attack plan, but Op4 defended it very well.
I don't see how Blue 4 is going to pick this up. Op 4 just has too many guys on the field here. Timing-wise, we're going to approach the 15-minute mark soon, and they'd still have to run a guy over to Terminal 1, and Op 4 can quickly, if they lose Terminal 3, can just redeploy to Terminal 1.
And they've got guys on roofs, guys in buildings. They're very spread out here at this 3rd terminal, so even if one guy gets close, he's going to be picked off from some angle, you know, not being able to make it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, we saw earlier, there was a whole force of probably, what, 10 to 15 players waiting to take Terminal 3, and now it's only down to 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people. Navs and Muniz bandaging each other up.
I could see them getting flanked by this Charlie 2 team coming, but geez, when
that's gonna be one of the big things. Is let's see what this Charlie 2 team does. I mean, it's not gonna make much of a difference in the long run, but we never know.
They do have Grav with them, though. Grav I've seen pull a few good plays here and there. They do have Swola and Glenn also coming on the other flank. Finn, though, he is one of the machine gunners with the scoped PKP, and he is watching an open doorway. He may not be on any kills yet, but, I mean, this could easily net him a few.
Ooh.
And there's the 15-minute warning.
Glenn is finally up there with Swola.
Yep.
They're going in the wrong side because that's a locked door. They won't be able to get into the building that way. So now they're going to have to make their way in.
Oh, Muniz getting shot in the rear here and taken out by the Charlie 2 team. Naf's also getting taken out. And there's the hack reset. Finn taking out Swola and Glenn.
And
hack has been stopped.
Again.
Nope, Swola's still alive.
I thought they must have went around the building. No,
I think he went to the 2nd story.
Yeah, Finn goes down.
Gosh darn grenade throws. Naps woke back up.
Gets back up, yeah.
And he got a kill. He's getting shot by Stenley, though. Also getting shot by Grav, and he goes down. Blade killing Swola. Okay, cool. Awesome.
You never worry about it. Finn is still down. No one's checked on him, though.
Blade doesn't know to check on him, though, because he wasn't contesting with him, and he wasn't looking as Finn's body just twitched. Finn could wake back up in the next few moments, but it's unlikely.
And even if he does, it's going to take a second for him to get over that terminal. I think Blade is upstairs, so... Yeah, Blade's watching that doorway. So that's Terminal 2 taken.
Got
the
Pierce.
first of 3.
Mm-hmm. You got Pierce coming in on, trying to close the gap on Blue 4 here. Yano just gets picked off by Paladin. Nope, that would have been Ryan on the rooftop. Hack is complete. Finn just bled out. Or he was, no, he was double tapped by Blade, who opted to take his gun.
I want your gun, but you're still alive. You won't be. So let's see, Blue 4 has 4 players up right now, 2 incapacitated, while Op 4 has more than 1 handful.
So I do like we do have Lusode going over to Terminal 1. He's going to be able to get the cap on that, but We need to see an Audrey Hotto level issue here. We have to believe in Harry Ord. He is doing some battlefield looting. He does have a 249. That is the best gun he can get right now for this CQB style fighting, but he's got a lot to contend with. And we have Blade over here. Wait, do we have two guys named Blade? Yes, we do. We have Tau Blade and we have Regular Blade, but Regular Blade is leaving the AO. I think he's running back to get a vehicle, perhaps.
Yeah, there was a Humvee
over there.
Hill with engine still running.
Now you got Tau Blade with 3 Op4 guys going right on top of him. Tau Blade misses his opening barrage here, and he's going to get mowed down. Yep. Panic fire there. He should have used that to get a little closer, try to hide, and then hit him in the rear.
Oh, Harry is able to get right on the terminal. He snuck
Oh!
in. No one was looking.
Hey, he's going to shut that door and watch the other doorway here. Explosive trap goes off. Harry is okay, though.
That was placed on
The terminal itself.
the terminal.
Oh, but he doesn't notice the door open behind him, and Reapers... Oh! And Reapers delivers a Hillary Clinton. Oh, if only he heard that door.
Oh, Risen almost shooting his teammate. Couple almost team kills here. As everyone runs in. Lusode over at Terminal 1. He's about to take it. Clearing the building first.
What a shame. I think he panicked and thought that box was a satchel or something, but he's going to quickly touch that. I don't see any explosive traps around here. I do commend the explosive trap on Terminal 3, though. That was a really good play to force the other guy to pull into the other room. But Fred just got with another guy. I think they're going to go over to Terminal 1 and try to stop that. Meanwhile, Charlie 2 and the Humvee for Blue 4 are actually going to go over and join as well. Unless Fred does a dismount right next to the open doorway of the terminal, I don't think he's going to be able to cap it back. But Luso's going to hear that truck coming. I stand corrected. He's actually got 45 seconds to work with here. Fred and Bassbeard. Fred hailing from FK. Bassbeard, I don't know where he hails from. I honestly forget, but both are really good players. Bassbeard already spotting Lusode and exchanging shots with him. Grenade getting thrown by Lusode, but it's a miss. Lusode forced to pull back, get hit by his own grenade there. Op4 needs to run up and touch that terminal. There goes Fred. And that grenade knocked Bassbeard out. Another grenade getting thrown. Lusode needs to... Oh, he's going to be head first in that grenade, and that knocks him out. Now you got Blade and Stenley running in, though. Bassbeard waking back up. He's going to get spotted, though, and Stenley's going to Hillary Clinton Bassbeard there. Woo. Fred running around, is going to catch Blade out of position, knocks him out.
Yep. Now he's going to go in through the side doorway. He has to watch out for Stenley.
Yep. Oh, might hear his footsteps.
Around the building.
Yep, double tap on Fred, that position though. Fred caught in a mag reload, realizing it, trying to evade gunshots from Stenley, but Sten now caught in a reload. Lusode coming down, re-initiating the hack here, pulls away just as Fred's running up. And Lusode gets the kill, but is traded. Now we've got 2 guys remaining. Lusode is probably gonna get GBU'd.
Yep. If Stenley thinks about it, he needs to take that guy and get him out of there.
He's not gonna have enough time.
Nope. And you still have Grav on the outside watching it. And there it goes.
Lusode actually still alive, could be saved, but a lot of blood on the ground. What needs to happen now is Grav and Stenley need to pair up and figure out how they are going to get a minute run down on Terminal 3's clock with only 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. And they have to fight through... Go ahead.
Looks like, I'm just looking at their roles here. It looks like Stenley is probably an, he's a team lead.
2 to 11.
And
that
then
guy's
I'm
AFK.
looking for Grav. I'm not quite seeing him yet.
Grav is a little to the southwest here on top of a hill.
I just meant in the player list on the side.
Gotcha.
Grav. He is an engineer. Do we have an engineer?
Certainly should grab that PKP. That would be a good gun to have.
Of course, I can't find them again.
None of them are medics, though, so there's not going to be much they can do for Lusode. And in all honesty, I don't really have the time to do it.
Yeah, with 7-ish minutes remaining.
They have a truck, though. They can easily use that for transport. They also have the Humvee. They have a quad bike, too. I would take the Humvee. I wouldn't go there directly, though. I'd burn an extra minute to get back in the, you know, the suburban areas that Blue 4 Bravo came in from. But any other route would just take too long or be too direct, in my opinion. They are going to try to get Lusode up. So that's where they want to put their extra time, but I don't know.
I mean, I would like to see them take the, maybe the transport. No, that's a little bit armored than the Humvee. Drive it right up to the objective, do a quick dismount, and hit that terminal again. That's what I'm hoping for.
So if they can get Lusode up, that's going to be 3 to 11. But all three of them are going to have to do incredibly well. I mean, we already saw Muniz and Nafs get 16 kills between them, so it would be possible, but...
I'm seeing someone pull Puzzle. I don't even know how you say that name. He's taking a transport truck. Looks like
Boosley, I think he's bringing it back. Op4 has no reason to fan out right now, though. They just have to keep their defensive perimeter going. And honestly, at this point, they also need 1 or 2 people in the terminal building itself, because they cannot afford someone to sneak in like that again and whittle down the clock.
Yeah, I think it was at, what, a minute or even 45 seconds left?
Yep, minute to 45. They bandaged up Lusode as best they could. Honestly, they should pick him up and bring him with them at this point and just load him in the truck. But
if he gets up, you know, that could be an extra man that pops out of the truck at a later point in time.
Yep, but it's unlikely with just how much blood is under him. I doubt he'll wake up, but it's possible. But Blue 4 needs to make a play now because they have less than 5 minutes, and they are going to at least take another minute to maneuver in. But 4 minutes to push in is going to just be too rushed. We could potentially see an overtime call get pushed here for Blue 4, but I would not be banking on that.
Objective building.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's pretty well defended. You've got people across the street. I think they learned from the last mistake. They've got Moxie watching that back door there to make sure no one gets in, and it looks like Poolsy is actually going over to the first terminal.
No, he's going to Terminal 2. Terminal 2, it's a nice time of year to go down there. I have no idea why. Oh, no, he banks north. Okay, no, he's doing a perimeter sweep right now. Yep.
They're looking for the last 2 guys that can be a real pain in their side.
See, at this point, if he's fully bandaged up, they should have mounted him in a vehicle. The guy driving should have focused on driving. The guy still alive should have focused on CPR and Lusode, because right now, they're just burning the clock.
Yeah, with 3.5 minutes left. Also, I don't know if it's just your stream, but the time remaining is cut off on your side.
Oh, it's on my monitor, too. It's been like that for a few months now. I don't know why.
Huh.
I just opened the map screen, I know.
Fair enough. No, I'm not watching your stream. What do you want? I'm not stream sniping.
Oh my gosh, that's stream sniping, Boston.
Aw, man, I'm gonna get banned, and it's gonna be so great.
Hashtag banned. Alright, well. Blue 4 now only has 3 minutes. There's no way. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Not even a chance of overtime at this point, because they're spending way too long trying to get Lusode up. I really don't get why. Like, if you really wanted to try to get him up, you should have just brought him in a fucking truck with you, you know?
Oh, and there
he just died, yep.
Finally bled out.
He didn't bleed out. They were trying to do CPR on him, and eventually, when your heart's not working, you'll just die. All right, 2.5 minutes remaining. It's gonna half that time's gonna be spent driving in. At this point, they just have to thunder run inside the terminal site and get gunned down by Op4. So let's see it. Ah, yes, Stenley's battle brother here opting to sit in the shotgun seat to also take lead. Now they open their maps, they are planning it out, and now we will see Stenley and Grab's final run.
Alright, well,
I wish them luck.
I'll take Grab's first person, if you want to take Stenley's.
Sure.
Driving up slowly.
Picking up speed.
Yep.
There's the transport truck, and now they're immediately under fire from a machine gun. They hit a rock.
They're hiding behind a building.
Banking left.
Right at the transport truck this time. Oh,
AT going over their truck, or their Humvee, excuse me.
come on, man. Pick a spot and dismount. Oh, that building that they were at is getting hellfire. They didn't even notice. There goes the horn. Gonna honk to make sure everyone knows where they are.
They're driving away, 1 minute remaining. Doing a banking right turn. He's looking at Grav. 1 minute remains.
Come on, you need to take a right. Take a right here.
Nope, they're still going left.
No.
Oh, there's the right turn.
Okay, they're gonna cut across. Behind the building over here. Come on, drive it. Drive it directly in. They're probably gonna be
slowing down at the top of this hill.
Oh, no, there wasn't a guy there.
And they're dismounting. With 25 seconds remaining. Stenley looking to the left. Grav is going ahead of him.
Yep, I think they're gonna be able to get in from this angle. Come on, but Moxie's gonna be the one to watch here.
10 seconds.
Oh, there goes a grenade.
I think we're gonna see an overtime play get called. Yep, so there it is officially.
Grab's still running in. Daniel, Op4 finally firing up in the air.
Op4 celebrating.
And there goes Grab.
There goes Grab, yep. And here comes Lolo, reloading. And there goes Stenley, and that's GG. That's why you don't take so fucking long. Ay, 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 ay,
See
ay,
who the
ay.
next mission is by.
I will also say, guys,
See you for the next round.
Yeah, of course. I don't have any commercials prepped for today. I had to address some Twitch stuff, which was annoying. So, sorry about that. I had them, like, all half finished, but Twitch has to take priority because of the bullshit they're pulling, you know? But it's okay, because I will at least roll some of them over for next week. So I'm going to go ahead, cut the music. We'll jump downstairs, listen to everyone. And round 2 will begin momentarily.
No! Another statistic for you is congratulations, Basebeard, for having every single company win of 2021 so far. And condolences to a King for having every single loss of 2021 so far.
I won too much in 2020, so
I've
you gotta
not played
even it
FNF
out.
since last year.
Merry men, 100%. Wow, what a joke.
Was Gleal the first fucking...
Right, somebody stop hot micing the Disney Plus channel. Right, if everyone wants to gather up their numbers, and we will start for getting set for FNF round 2. 1 RW, how many are you on?
I think we're on 6.
4 IB?
We're 1 man down, we're on 14.
It's not Dryden, is it?
No, negative.
Fantastic. Zeus Community?
12.
Tau?
13 or 14, I think.
TSB?
5.
Scandi Recon?
7. 7? 7?
Thank you. Red Strike.
8.
Myrmidon.
4.
Now
AA.
it's the slotting.
5.
process.
Minutemen.
You call us Minutemen.
6, I think. First air assault.
3.
29th.
5.
Dot FI.
2.
Chad.
3.
UPSC.
11.
Any new groups here since last calling?
Merryman.
Yeah, we just done that. There's roughly
We called
6 of you, I think.
60 Minutemen.
That'll do. Cool. Right. Let's have a look. Do we have any volunteers to take company command?
I'll take it.
Cool. 1RW. Which side? Which side do you want?
Blue 4.
Cool. Jump on Blue 4.
Oh, let me be with Pierce.
Let's see who is attacking. Blue 4 is attacking. Let's get 4IB Blue 4.
All right, commands are all up to date.
Get UPSC Independent option for leadership.
No.
Let's get Zeus Community Op 4 option for leadership.
Op 4.
He means independent.
Ah, yes, the green up 4.
Independent, you know what I mean. Come on, guys. Option for leadership. You're allowed to say no.
He said pass.
Oh, Roger. Right. Who needs the advantage, by the way? Blue 4. Okay. Let's get Scandi Independent option for leadership.
Nah.
Let's get Tau Independent. Let's get Red Strike Blue 4. Let's get Myrmidon Independent option for leadership.
Ash.
Let's get AA Independent option for leadership.
Taken.
No.
Oh, 1RW Golf, please.
One member of UPSI can't join because the server's full. Can we get a Centaur out, or is it too late for him to join?
It's first come first serve for anything after the first round, but someone will drop out, I'm sure, at some point. Let's have a look. Minutemen Blue 4.
You play too much Fallout.
I've never played Fallout.
With you.
I have a life.
We've both.
29th Blue 4. TSB Blue 4. Let's get first air assault Blue 4. Damn, independent slots up quicker. FI and Chad Blue 4. That should be all of our groups slotted. Are any groups not yet slotted?
Centaur.
Roger that. Let's move on to get Centaur slotted up. Everyone, if you have been given a team, go and get on it nice and quickly so we can make sure that you're where you need to be. And then we'll assume that everyone who is great will be a Centaur player. In fact, looking at the numbers needed, all of Centaur.
So chat, how are you doing?
On Blue 4.
Just waiting for them to finish with the slotting here.
Fred, you need to go
This
on
weekend
Blue
will
4
be spent
Bravo.
doing a lot of
If you could
mission
jump out so
development.
Frank can take it, please.
Thank you.
Some stream, some not. Yeah,
Right,
when
so
Twitch
everyone
stops messing with
Centaur,
us, good luck with
you
that.
Are Blue 4, so
That's not going to go away anytime soon.
Fred, Indigo, Fox, Glue Sniff, Nox, Vulo, Projet2, Jod. You're all blue 4.
So, question, Dingo.
Go for it.
Is there a meaning to the overtime timer? Or is it just automatic?
It's...
When the timer goes off, then overtime initiates.
Okay,
It
so
ends
depends
when
on the,
everybody's down.
So it depends on the game mode.
Yeah.
Glue Sniffer, or Glue Sniffer, or Glue Sniffer, my bad, is part of UpC that doesn't have tags. Can he be ended for as well? He's currently having.
Yeah, no. If you're part of a group, you go where your group is. He just needs to make sure he's just slot up quickly.
We'll get over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he's never done this
You
before.
can.
I'm trying to walk him through it.
That's all right. Everyone has a first.
Fopovo will continue. This coming Wednesday, for example, I'll run another op, and I might do Tuesday.
Right, whilst we're
mission
waiting
with it,
for
or another
that,
Monday slot. We'll see.
Pierce, you've got a minute on the clock. So
Again, there's a lot I want to develop over the weekend. I've got like a list of 20 ops I want to make,
Through, see if there's any big
and I'll
glaring
probably only
problems.
get like a third of them done. But I've got a massive list of things I want to get done,
Right, we need a
from
2-platoon leader.
ops to channel to everything in between.
Any volunteers for 2-platoon lead?
So I'm gonna start sleeping for only 4 hours a
let me
night
just
till
pick
I get all of
someone
it done,
All right, John needs to move somewhere.
so I can just enjoy myself. It's been my resolution is to get everything I need to get done by the first month of
Do I have any
2021.
volunteers at all for 2-platoon lead?
I am remaking T3 right now. I'm just in the process
I
of
also- my
attendance
name's,
and
jumping
seeing
out for
who's
platoon
active
lead.
right now.
Yeah, for me.
And I have another.
that's very rude.
Question about the framework.
I have a platoon lead.
Go for it.
I still see first platoon still has their marksmans. That's a lot of rifles.
Something wrong with that.
What do you mean?
Send in.
Look at independent.
You can't take
Modedict, what the hell?
a mistake apparently. You haven't caught.
It's no big deal, they're not.
With me on X-ray, please.
Remember as well that with the company recon elements, you need at least 3 people to be able to activate the team.
Send in goat.
I believe. Is that right, Nemesis?
Now.
Correct. 3 out of 4 to get it.
Cool. Right, Pierce, are you all happy?
Send in
I'm good, yeah.
Fantastic. Mountain, you've got 1 minute.
Dingo, didn't I see you on Infor?
Alright, if you got a sub from Modedict, make sure you thank him. Modedict, thanks for giving out all those subs. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you're staying safe among COVID, and I hope you're getting a kick out of this Friday night
Jump
fight
back
stream.
if you want to be fair.
Yeah.
It's gone to
I'm also this week gonna see if I can get the 7 days to die server reset, and then we'll stream some of that too.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks.
That means,
Dark,
you can grab first platoon blue 4.
Okay.
Larry.
Anyone want second platoon lead, or who, or am I volunteering somebody?
Volunteer someone and
Got
do
a
it
sub
with
from
me.
Larry. Make
Like
sure
in
you
the
thank him.
conversation, can you please stop?
Otherwise, send in goat team. Larry and friends, I hope you all keep enjoying the ops. Hope you're getting a kick out of Friday Night Fights tonight, and I hope you're staying safe among COVID.
Take the Charlie 1 MG slot. Nemesis, take platoon 2 lead, please.
Ay.
Damn it, I forgot. Jonathan, second platoon lead, please.
Larry and Mod are the two that are notorious right now for mass gifting subs.
Right, we're good to go.
But I do appreciate it, both of you. Seriously, means a lot.
Sorry, Jonathan, you're just the most competent person I know right now.
This is the second time he got voluntold this year.
Send in goat team 6 now.
We're good to go, Dingo.
Right, fantastic. That's true to our brief.
Larry giving another sub out to a guy that missed twice.
As we're pushing through, I hope you're enjoying the event. Make sure that as the event goes on, or when you're finished, or whenever works best for your community leader, that you hit them up with your feedback, so that when we do have our next community leader meeting, they'll be able to bring us all their lovely information, to give us information about how you guys are finding the event, the goods, the bads, things you like, things you don't, and also any issues that you find within. If you're having any personal issues at the event, or you see anything that you don't like the look of and feel the need to report it, feel free to message any one of us staff at any time, in-game, out-of-game, or during the week. My DMs are always open for anyone who has any issues or any queries. You're welcome to message at any time.
I think I'm seeing something wrong with this mission. There's no map bounty.
Send in goat team 6.
No map boundary.
So
Was there supposed to?
Does there need to be one?
I'm quite sure it was.
Right, no one should be talking except staff right now. What was that, mate?
No, so I'm quite sure it's supposed to be borders.
Whereabouts is the border roughly? We can just draw it on.
I can't remember. This mess here.
Send in goat team
Yes.
They have a borked mission file.
Mass 38 here.
Right. Who's the other guy?
The issue is if you go out of bounds and you don't get in, you'll get killed.
There we go. Pierce has drawn a rough map for us.
We can't see it.
Yeah.
Well, just don't walk months away from where you're defending and you'll be fine.
We don't have access to the global thing, so
Is
one team
everyone
can't see it.
okay running it like this then? We got
Just be sensible and there's no problems.
Yeah.
Cool, right, should we go for a briefing?
Yeah, he's not here, but attack, defense, sector control. Yeah, not much to say.
Awesome, fantastic. Any questions from Blue Fort?
We're good.
Send in goat team 6 now.
Independent?
Nope.
Awesome. Well, in that case, let's push through to round 2 of FNFEU.
6 now.
All right, here, let me get back up to casting couch. Boston will join us again.
Now.
Free marksman and no map borders. Hooray!
We're doing well. We're doing very well.
Send in
Apparently we
goat
didn't
team
bad
6
enough. That's the mission maker's problem. Ah shit, I'm a mission maker. Why'd I have to make it my
Send
problem?
in goat team 6 now.
Anyway, so pretty standard sector defense. So the way this one works different, because I know you like to talk about how things
Send
go.
in goat team 6.
This one for sectors, all they have to do is have one defender in the area to hold it off. If Blue 4 kills or incapacitates everyone in that sector, the sector will be gone. It will not come back. This is not a rush scenario, so they can hit any of the 3 sectors at any time from any direction. And then what do we got for assets? Liru.
Well, Green 4 has 4 statics. One is a cord, the other 3 are Dishkas. In terms of armor logic, they both behave pretty much the same. They're both 12.7 50-round boxes, to my knowledge. And it looks like Green 4 has 7... well, Blue 4 has... Wait, okay, we'll get to Blue 4 in a second, but Green 4 has 7.62 based weaponry with their AKs, so a slight caliber advantage there in terms of shot-per-shot damage, but I am seeing limited body armor going out to only about half the units here. So a decent mix. They're basically just rugged insurgents here, but Blue 4 has a lot of good stuff, and you mentioned that the C word, and you are right. The strikers are crow systems, so 2 strikers there.
Yeah.
4 MRAPs, which appear to be unarmed, but I only see 3. Could have sworn it said 4, but I guess I was wrong. And
the one that's by the repair station. They'll piece it together. Don't worry about it.
Eventually. And then we have a Venom gunship with no pods, but it does have 2 M134 miniguns with holo sights.
Hey, those are the guns I stole for my H64.
Send in goat team
Your
6.
interesting Apache script, but otherwise these guys appear to have 5.56 based weaponry, dressed up in marine camo. And yeah, I don't see anything else. I would assume that the Charlie 2 gunner is a Carl Gustav. Yep. And the marksman weapon is probably going to be a Mark 11 with, again, a choice of scope. And looking back at Green 4, I believe their marksman was another SVD, but what is their weapon of choice for their Charlie 2 gunner? Because he's definitely taken for the amount of units that are down. It's Eander again with an RPG 32. All right.
Yep. So, I know Maz and Maz, so in the Mission Maker channel that we have, there's a Maz, so M-A-Z-Z, and then there's a Mass, M-A-S-S.
Yes.
Both said exactly the same way, basically. I know both of them are rather newer to the FNF template and how they're all made missions. There's actually quite a few people who are newer to making missions, but that might be something that definitely should have been caught with a Crow system. The only way I could see this working reliably or reasonably is if they drop the health on
the strikers.
So yeah, that way they could be taken out with a light AT rather reliably.
Can 50 cal penetrate a striker though?
Possibly. I
don't recall if it can or not. I think it can. Like, it should be able to, but
though if they use the Crow system.
Thanks. What's that?
I wonder if that'd be a good matchup against the BTR 80 or the more powerful one, the 70.
I would think a striker would be able to almost always outperform a BTR.
Disprove the maneuverability.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they carry about the same amount of troops. If the 50 can pen it, they have about the same armor value. It'd be up to something I would look into.
I don't know, I feel like the Striker's Crow system would just be a better scope and weapon compared to the BTR, but that would be interesting.
Well, unless you switched over to the BTR 88 and then just dropped the
autocannon. Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be an interesting call there.
Now, I want to see if the drivers actually show what the sights look like, if they have the proper, what are they called? Thermals or not?
Usually they drop thermals for it, but if they, I do have access to a gunner cam right now. He's looking at it. I don't see him on the thermal image system, though, so he should be all right. I think Mox is just checking to see the capabilities of that gun.
Have thermal for his front cam. If you look at Tarnfolk, when he looks back forward, you can see it.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, that might be something I'll look into, is trying to see if I can get those better well out of there. But we got all of 4IB currently in the back striker, it looks like. So they're definitely going to be mounted up through there, which is probably a good thing.
So you got Indigo Fox writing in global chat on the map where an Alpha and Bravo defense line are. I think those are fake. Because, honestly, who would make a defense line right outside the AO right there?
Well, those are pretty decent overlook hills. I believe we did an FNF recently where those hills Blue Fort assaulted from, but didn't have enough manpower to hit that complex over by Alpha.
Yeah, that was a, I think it was a cache destruction, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. There's a BTR on a roof, or a truck on a roof over there, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Gosh, we've been playing these maps so much, we can basically point out a mission that says...
Remember previous ops, exactly. But Green 4 right now doing a lot of deployment around Sector 2. They're putting 2 Gazes in the middle of the road to try to block any vehicles coming around. John, staying in the driver's seat, might try to reposition that Vic, or might try to get it in the gated area right there that was just opened up behind the truck. But Green 4 definitely setting up defensive lines here. I think based off of where I'm seeing units deployed here, Green 4 is going to scuttle Sector 1 here and opt to defend Sectors 2 and 3. Sector 3...
Sector 1 is up on that hill with the church.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the church? No, it's not the church. They've changed
it's just a small compound here. It's just on a nice plateau, though, but you'd have to spend a lot of the fortification points getting units on the border there to utilize the fact that it is on a plateau. But I can understand why Green 4 would scuttle that one, because it is the furthest one away compared to the other two. And now you are actually seeing units run out to get on these Alpha and Bravo defense lines just to make sure Blue 4 doesn't try any wide attacks here. But honestly, based on where Green 4 is deploying, if Blue 4 were to just go through the main entryway, they'd be fine, because there'd be nothing there to meet them. But will the commander think to do the simple option, or think that it is a trap?
I could definitely see who's the leader. So it's Mountain versus Pierce. I like the way Mountain's setting this up. I don't see him much often in the CO position, but I like the way he's divvying this up. As for Pierce, I definitely think he's probably going to put a fire team or squad in the helicopter, probably drop them off over at the airfield, and then have them assault from the north going south at Sector 2, and then commit most of his forces to a Sector 1 hit, and then split it up from there to do a Sector 2 and Sector 3 hit at the same time. That's how I believe he'll play it.
Admittedly, though, this fog is going to make it really difficult for the X-Ray marksman team to get any good intel from afar. The ridgeline especially, you can't really see anything with how thick the fog is here.
Yeah. I'd probably, put it 300 meter range, accurate?
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just you're shooting at silhouettes.
If you could even see the silhouettes.
Is that a yawn I hear?
I need to go have some coffee after this round. Gosh darn, it's been a stormy day. I slept for 12 hours. I need to get out of that habit.
Did you do the full big party for yesterday?
No, I didn't even party that much. I just relaxed.
As that one gamer meme says, you're gaming, 0000 happens for the next year, and you're just
put the sparkler up for 1 minute and then immediately back to gaming.
Back to gaming. Yeah, that's what I think most of us did. I know there's definitely a few people who drank half their liquor cabinet.
Yeah, I can understand that. I do like that crash helicopter. It's right on the northern side of Sector 2. There's 3 different custom fire effects going on it. One on one of the engine blocks, one on the main rotor, and then one on some debris on the outside. I do like that small detail there. That's pretty cute.
There's also a destroyed Humvee to the northeast.
Yep, trashed MRAP.
Sorry, southeast.
On that road coming in, so that's some nice small subtle details. I appreciate that.
Now, one of the things, did he mark that out? No, he didn't. So one of the bigger things that we have been given as mission makers, there's been a new update to the rule set, is if you place custom buildings, you have to mark them on map. You can no longer say, I built the custom objective and then get no details about it anymore.
That's fair.
So that will be nice, especially when you see more custom compounds in like the middle of a forest or something that are actually clearly laid out.
Yeah, all you need to do that though is just add some shadow effects, excuse me, the area shade widget map effect on the map itself, and then you can do both circular and square buildings. And if it's a weird square shape, then you just can put multiple down, and they don't really affect the server at all.
It's not terrible, but it's definitely going to be very helpful to both attackers and defenders.
Yeah.
Being able to kind of get a preview of a custom objective.
It's just on the tedious side to do something like that.
Yeah, but I honestly have done it for like 3 missions. I have like 6 or 7 like on the back burner right now, just kind of waiting for this template to be put in and then submitted. For Christmas, I made a bunch of FNF missions for Nemesis, and he said, "Stop submitting, please." But yeah, there's some updated rules, specific things. All scripts, including vehicle ones that change out guns, have to be approved beforehand, or be pre-vetted. So we're not going to see as diverse missions with crazier stuff for probably the next week or 2. But after that, it probably should pick back up.
Cool.
I don't remember if there's any other major changes that we know of, or that I can say.
I do like what I'm seeing, though. We got G-Legs and Olaf. They're trying to climb a bell tower. I was also seeing some other Green 4 guys climbing on top of a church, but they're going to do their best to utilize every aspect of these AOs to try to give themselves some advantages here, which is pretty nice, in my opinion. And the fog's going to help them hide that if they just find some good angles. I also like we've got Andre's man with Tackleberry. Iriku is the guy building these varied sandbag fortifications in the center of Sector 2 here, giving themselves some good cover there, and they've also made a nice little archway to another building, so that's good. And then you have all of these groups on Overwatch positions. I'm seeing some gun backpacks down, but I'm not seeing all of the stacks deployed. What they did put the cord on the northwestern side here, as well as a bunker complex overwatching the western approach. Meanwhile, looking over to Blue 4 here, they've got pretty much everyone mounted between the vehicles, MRAPs, trucks, and strikers, and a partially loaded helicopter, but again, that helicopter is going to be deploying the X-ray marksman team.
Yeah. Alright. I'll be right back. Don't have too much fun.
Take your time. So we'll see how this round goes. Scripts have to be approved now, right? What's that? It's like, ah, darn. You can't put broken, janky stuff in the missions anymore. We'll see how this goes. Overall, if I were to make a prediction, depending on where Blue 4 comes in on, I think they'll be able to overpower any of the ridge defenses here, simply because Green 4 does not have the manpower to defend them. Furthermore, the strikers with those crow systems are going to make mincemeat out of any open defensive areas here. But we'll just have to see how that all plays out. We just had a truck fly away. I saw that, and the convoy. Oh, wow. Yep, so two trucks just collided with each other playing bumper cars. That is unfortunate. And that might cause a bit of a logistical mishap here. It also managed to damage a truck. So you never want to play bumper cars in this. And it looks like the guys that were over here have also died. That is 3 free KIAs for Independent to already be ahead on. So Blue 4 is losing some of their numbers advantage here. Looks like they're trying to repair this truck to get it working again, but that's going to delay Blue 4's attack a bit. But yeah, that's why you want to space out your vehicles and convoys in Arma, because if you have a desync spike and VIX hit each other, it's going to cause a massive issue. So we might also potentially see the helicopter pull back around and pick up more guys if Blue 4 cannot figure this out, but that's going to stagnate Blue 4's advance into this AO, and Green 4 is looking to set up some ambushes here. Nope, this is their X-ray team to try to get some overwatch on Blue 4 coming in, but that's going to give them more time to kind of set up here for Blue 4 to come in on this AO, but it looks like they did fix that truck. No, they did not. And we just might see a group of people walk in. Galil does have a few spots in that striker, but they're going to continue on, and Blue 4 is just going to have to walk people into the AO. That is very, very unfortunate that Blue 4 is already starting with a gunshot to the foot here. Meanwhile, you got Independent up in this AO here. It's the airport. It is Scandi Recon. They're known for doing these crazy wide flanks. But they're setting up in the airport here, trying to watch in case that helicopter deploys units in that area. But instead, it looks like the helicopter has opted to deploy the infantry over here. They got Koak walking around trying to see if it's a good dismount point, but they might change it up to a different position if they deem it necessary. So, with that delay on Blue 4, because of losing 3 vehicles, you're going to see their assault stagger a little bit, which is only going to eat up a bit of time on the clock, but with 50 minutes, with all these AOs still close together, it's not the end of the world. Meanwhile, looking on Green 4, I think someone fell off the roof. and is currently being medicked up by Short Boy there. Bay Potato also jumping down to help. Quickly catching himself right there, otherwise he might have ended up in the same boat as Talblade there, who is down. So both sides having a little bit of early on mishaps here, but I don't know what else to say about that. What do you guys think of what's been going on with these early hits here? I think it's quite hilarious, in my opinion, to always see those little, you know, Arma moments. But otherwise, as I wait for your guys' replies, we do have Blue 4 utilizing this nice ridge here to potentially get up to this MSR and then come down on the direct southern side. That's going to put them in a lineup opportunity to hit Sector 3 here, and then from there probably break forces off to hit Sector 1, not knowing that it is completely empty, because again, there is no proper way to do recon in this AO without getting your helicopter very, very close. But what's the point at that point here? And we also might see this infantry group break off to go hit Sector 1 as well. That is, you know, quite possible. Should you buy this game? I personally think everyone should give Arma a try, but that's just because Arma is a sandbox shooter, which means you can literally do whatever you want in it as long as you have the know-how. Hello, Boston. How are you doing? Welcome back.
Yeah, just had to go check on some food real quick.
Dude, you are A-okay. So, here is the sit rep. Blue 4 has 3 people down. They died. They played bumper cars at spawn and lost 3 Vics. And Green 4 had someone fall off of a church, but it looks like he was brought back up because I'm not seeing his body there, but I do see a bunch of bleeding bandages. So, we got Green 4 X-Ray team deployed. They're trying to look around, find Blue 4's advance, but Blue 4 is trying to sneak a lot of units through this ridge here to potentially go on the MSR to attack Sector 3. Sector 1 is still completely empty, but as I say that, it looks like Bravo 2, driven by Jupiter, might pull up a guy in there just to chill in that AO. Nope, he is an explosive specialist, so he'll probably set up an explosive trap or 2 in that sector, try to go for a few free lucky kills, and Blue 4 X-Ray being deployed by the helicopter. Helicopter originally landed on the coast, but then remounted dudes and brought that X-Ray team closer. And there's only 2 of them that have been deployed. It's so because Koak is dead. I don't know how.
Probably in that collision earlier. Anyway, I would like to mention that the independent X-Ray group has and definitely heard these Gulf units be driving by, the strikers. So
what
hopefully they'll call that out and they'll start making a point. So more than likely, looks like Pierce is going to be going for a Sector 3 cap first. So they're going to go all the way around. They're going to hit this town up here, Bonaza, and then head south into the town Parisio. Or north, my bad.
We'll say Green 4 X-Ray knows something's up. They can hear the strikers from their position. They are looking around right now, trying to figure out what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of heads looking up on the ridge line.
Now, one of the things they have to be careful for is over in Pesto, there's about 7...
Is there pasta in Pesto?
There's what?
Is there pasta in Pesto? It's a good combo.
Sure he has his mom spaghetti, but we're not going to worry about that. We've got the Delta unit moving.
Why are they jumping off the rooftops, hurting themselves?
Independent X-Rays position, and they might get caught out of position again. So we're going to see another one of these scenarios where the X-Ray group is caught out, killed, but they've already radioed too much information to really be effective anymore, or not effective.
I honestly think it's going to be 4 versus 6 here, but Blue 4 doesn't know that X-Ray's here. Meanwhile, X-Ray knows that there's units around. The fog is going to really conceal Blue 4 moving up to Green 4 X-Ray's position, but it's going to come down to the PvP. 4v6 is definitely a winnable fight for the 4, especially since Green 4 actually has guns pointing to where Blue 4's advance is, and now you're hearing a heavy gun, I think, firing at the helicopter, which I think did a fake landing on the airport.
Yeah, I'm seeing flux on, it looks like the core turret. Oh, okay, so back over the X-Ray group. Blue 4 and them are about to make contact.
I'm in Buckets first person. Buckets is a really good player. I think he might have just spotted a Green 4 guy.
Yeah.
And there are shots raining out by Green 4 here. Gonna jump out of Buckets POV.
Oh, come on, who are you? That looks like Pop-Tart. I'm not quite sure.
It is Pop-Tart and Wuna. If you can't get their names, just go to map and hover it. It gives it to you quicker.
Ah, yeah, that works better. Yeah, so Pop-Tart was the first one to fire shots. He was laying in front of a tree, so he would have gotten spotted very quickly. Oh,
Bucket's dropping.
Down...
Oh, that was Navy. You're right.
And no, I didn't get the name. Who did Navy take down? He took down Maz. Mass. Right,
3v6.
So King separated.
Oh, Navy getting headshotted.
Yep. He takes out Harry. No, he doesn't take out Harry.
That was Navy, I think.
Yeah, Navy.
And a grenade. Getting thrown. Wuna getting shot up by Gorski. Gorski goes down. Multiple shots to the back.
That was Wuna who went down.
Yep, Green 4, I think, thinks there's a lot more guys on this flank, so they're not trying to be super aggressive here.
X-Ray takes out the platoon 2 marksman, it looks like. So Gorski, Buckets, Nick, it looks like they only took down 1 Blue 4 over here. As right, nope, and I say that as another one goes down.
Buckets, however, crawling onto Wuna's Pop-Tart's position. Twig King pulled back a little bit. I think Buckets is going to be able to catch Wuna out of position here. Wuna's crippled, doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver, and Buckets sights Wuna, and there come the shots.
Yep. And Twig King pulled back pretty far, being the marksman.
He can't pull back too far, though, because he's going to lose his targets in the fog. He's just trying to play defensive right now.
I mean, personally, I would have probably tried to get up onto that hill behind him. I mean, I know there was Blue 4 up there, you know, hearing that those vehicles go by, but at this point, since they've moved off, probably all the infantry is also gone.
Oh my gosh, look at Blue 4's attack wave. They have a wedge formation. Oh, a wedge formation in PvP multiplayer with some of the units on the back. Oh, something for the Milsim guys to jerk off to. I love it. And they don't have ranks in their... Well, one of them had a rank in his name, but oh, it looks like more casual players doing it too. I love it. I love it. Meanwhile, we do have Spudro and Apuva on the far right flank here with the marksman team to the north. Just part of Bravo, I guess, trying to scout the far right perimeter here. They might catch Pads out of position, though, on top of that hill. But if Pads were to look left, he would have seen Spudro doing a pretty nasty skyline there. But this is just a machine gun team. Go ahead.
I'd also like to point out is that I'm seeing Scandi Recon as part of the Charlie 1 and 2 element. They're heading up to where Delta is and where the marksman team was from the west. So they're going to be heading up there, you know, knowing that they've heard vehicles, knowing that, you know, we just watched some people go down who are still down.
That was Buckets double tapping Wuna's body. Medics right now are trying to bring up a dead body. I'm not sure if they're confused or not on the fact that because the Green 4 body's so close,
there goes the helicopter right
I think he's still alive potentially, but yeah, no, they're just wasting medical right there. Again, if you look at a body and you get an inventory screen, which is the 3 magazines under the rifle, which I believe is an M4, if my memory serves me correct, that means they're dead and you cannot medic them back up, unfortunately.
Why would you fly directly over your units? The helicopter went directly over the formation there. Oh, we're hearing some more contact.
Yep, they just realized that that guy was still alive. But I think Twig King also gave a shot or two there, which made Blue 4 panic and double tap that body. But with Scandi Recon back here, this is tough. But I really do like on that wedge formation we saw, the 2 guys on the far western side of the wedge are actually pulling western security.
Yep.
Well, they were. Now they're looking back to the north, but... And as I say that, Mikey then looks back to the left. I love it.
I'll have to figure out what unit these guys are from, because that's some pretty good tactics right there.
Actual formations pulling actual security vectors that they're supposed to. And the pilot flying over his guys again. Give him away!
Come on, Johansson. You did so well last round.
The last round means nothing.
This is a new round. New deaths. New murders. New kills.
By the way, Spudro has sighted pads on top of the building. You also see someone's behind him, so they do know that that building is garrisoned. I don't think they have any means to engage them, though. As Pyro, who's the second guy, crawls back into the building. This is actually another machine gun team as well, so 2v2 mirrored here. I like that. But if Spudro can line up the machine gunner to engage that spot, they could potentially hit pads in the face. And as I say that, we have the Cord turret engaging the Huey, and the Huey returns fire with 1-3-4s, even if it's briefly. And Blue 4 having a thunder run here as a Bravo truck filled with, I think, only 2 dudes starts pulling in. And they're going to dismount right in front of Green 4's machine gunner, but will they get picked off by the hill?
We're going to see some gunfire come out along with the yell from Delta 2.
Yep, there's the gunshots. Pyro took a few hits there. He is now slow crippled. A lot of gunfire going on him. He gets knocked out. Great bait play there by Blue 4. Risky, though, definitely. And you have an armed truck now firing at Fred and Olaf, who were up on... I believe Olaf was with Fred.
Up on the roof?
No, it was G-Legs up there. They were messing around with getting up on that building earlier, but that skyline allowed that truck to just easily... It wasn't a truck, excuse me. It was the gunner on the Striker that was basically able to use the Crow system. That was Lolo. And yeah, he's just staring right at that building now with his Crow system. He's just going to take out whatever he can see.
Yep, Scandi Recon still moving up on that Delta group up on the hill there. They're about, I would say, 200 meters behind them with the Twig King from X-Ray. But Delta 2 is moving up as Scandi Recon is trying to hunt them. So that's going to be a combat situation here.
I love how Warlords is in a bush right here with a PKM. If he were to look northwest right now, he could get so many kills before he went down. Oh, he might adjust now. Gonna see that smoke go over his bow. No one's looking in that direction. That smoke's actually gonna help him get up there. He's now setting up the machine gun, but he's not looking the right way. Oh, Fog of War.
Hudson, Nelson, and Montgomery, they're coming on the left side of the sector.
Trying to bring him back up, but he's dead.
I think they're gonna get in, unnoticed. Because no one's looking that way. The closest person you could get would be Jonathan, and he sees Hudson climb the wall. Meanwhile, you got Edwin and Paladin, who gets
Hudson picked off in the open. He is dead.
Yep.
Decent flank attempt, but...
Right there.
And as I say that, 2 Green 4 guys just went down to Montgomery and Nelson. But look at where one of the... look at... oh my god.
Just casually having a nap there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He's just chilling.
Oh, on my screen, his arm is bent the other way.
Oof.
Like, through his neck.
You gotta love client-side ragdoll.
It's beautiful.
Warlord's still alive, chilling in that smoke. His opportunity to get a lot of kills right there has passed because Blue 4's moved on, unfortunately. And Scandi Recon... This is the issue with wide flanks. If you are not quick enough, the other faction will advance and just completely nullify that large outflank. Meanwhile, you got Olaf still up there in a position with the PKP. He just got a hit on Nelson and knocked him out. And now Blue 4 is even firing on that position because the fog is obscuring the ability to PID. Warlord's getting shot at by a Striker as it pulls away. But yeah, the Strikers are going to do their best work if they're put up on hills to overwatch the AO, but the risk with that would be AT, but, I mean, they can't put them on the farther hills because the fog is going to obscure everything. Meanwhile, Nielsen woke back up. Bay is with him again, often regarded by myself as the second best player in FNF, with Nemesis being first. And I really like Aim at the Balls' position right here to overwatch this sector, but not a lot of cover to the east right now, and Blue 4 could potentially storm Sector 3 with a lot of forces coming in to encircle that spot. What do you got to say, Boston?
I'm just looking around right now. It looks like, other than
Olaf getting another spray down here.
Jonathan, all of the independent here on Sector 3 are within the circle, which is going to be on the north side of the road.
That's 4 Green 4 bodies right here, jeez.
Very difficult to cross. As I say that, a full team makes it over to the cemetery, or behind the turret. which is going to be a great position as none of the independent are actually looking that way. But just the general encirclement that Blue 4 is doing is really going to independent down here. And
they just shot their own dude.
Mountain not pulling any of his guys back from that upper hill over towards the airport. I mean, I'd call that a bad move right there.
Yeah, I just saw Blue 4 knock Ryan out, but he's back up. That was a blue on blue incident there. Green 4 doing their best to kind of hold with what they can, but Green 4 is honestly going to get swarmed here.
Yeah, they just have so many Blue 4 everywhere around them.
Yeah.
I mean, it only takes one person to hold the sector, but with the way Blue 4 is moving and everyone's here, it's not going to be long before the sector's clear.
Olaf was able to knock out Brook as Brook was attempting to take out a Green 4 guy. Brook was able to get the kill. Brook gets knocked out though by Olaf, but then Olaf got killed by another Blue 4 group that looked up and shot him. Meanwhile, Short Boy sitting down, he doesn't realize, but his head is partially seen as Angus tries to get the tap off, but is unable to get the angle before Angus, still going for the kill, adjusts though. Still, I really like aim at the balls' position. That's going to take Blue 4 a lot to find.
Great position, and it's within the zone.
Paladin opening the door, getting his leg sprayed down. He's got a 249. Trades with Brook. Brook going down again.
Bay.
Of course. Bay now coming up, trying to get a headshot on Broach. Broach quickly runs to his left. Getting on the second story here to do a quick reload. Gets a kill. Gets shot in the arm, though. He's going to pull back a little bit. Takes more fire as he now hides in that little corner. But Bay is definitely looking for kills here. Grenade gets bounced back down. And the striker, oh god, Broach is stuck. Broach is stuck.
You're not allowed out.
And the gun is now... Driver just told the gunner to start firing at that building.
Yeah, but those bullets are not going to pierce that heavy wall.
No, that's a giant cereal box, unfortunately. Now you got Short Boy holding the door here. Apuva.
Oh, he gets distracted.
What the fuck did I just witness?
I think he saw someone else over at the church and was like, oh, person.
But Apuva just, like, looked at him, turned away, and then looked back. I don't know. I'm gonna rule on desync.
Up onto the highest part of that building's roof.
Striker just got destroyed. It went south, and I think ran into Scandi Recon because they do have Eander with the Charlie 2 gun, but Eander doesn't have the vehicle kill. I'm looking.
Oh, he has to. That's the only AT in the area that can really take it out, from what it looks like.
It had to have been Eander with a cook-off kill of some sort because it's not counting it towards him. Delta 2 also has some AT, but they're too entrenched right now. They just injured Dingo. Dingo woke back up, but yeah, got knocked out. I think it was just unconscious stun locked. Because sometimes when you wake back up, you'll immediately go unconscious again because you either don't have enough blood or the pain recalculates.
Warlord's finally making his appearance. He took shots at Bait here, but I don't think he really hit him.
So Blue 4 just tried breaching Delta 2's position, but they're getting shot at by Nemesis, who is on 1 kill, playing a rifleman role. But Kami now pushes in and gets knocked out. And that's a few nice free kills for Blue 4 there. And Blue 4 still looking around. Jonathan just outside of this AO, but aim at the ball still on the southern side Overwatch point. And he has an explosive, there is an explosive trap on this gas transport truck. I'm not sure if aim at the balls has the detonator, but he did bandage himself there, has a few drop boxes too. He is definitely focusing on trying to lower his weight so he can be a lot more accurate with that PKM, which is a good call there. Meanwhile, Blue 4 has broken off a few of their units to go attack Sector 1, but with Jupiter in this building, as a demo specialist, he'll be able to hold Blue 4 off for quite a while till they find him, but I'll be curious to see where that explosive trap is that he will cook off and hopefully get a few free kills on.
There goes Jonathan. He was just outside the sector at Sector 3, so that leaves only aim at the balls in the general area. But as I say that, I'm seeing Patton move off his building and possibly going to go try to reinforce. We still got Moxie Brins, what is that, Striker, in the area right next to the church. Looks like the gun is looking around, looking at the rooftop, seeing what he can see, but they're not going to find aim anywhere there.
I'm going to be honest, just to nitpick the mission, I think the sector size is a bit too big. There's way too many places Green 4 can hide, especially with enhanced movement.
Meh, I wouldn't agree with you on that point. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and
yep, Jonathan just got killed off. I didn't hear the explosive trap go off though.
That they could possibly get into, but again, it's one of those. If you clear it properly, it won't matter.
Yep, Scandi Recon closing the gap here, knocking out Hudson. They're now engaging from the southern side, getting a lot of shots in. A lot of Blue 4 guys trying to return fire, but they are caught out in the open and taking significant damage here.
Yep, they're stuck up against the wall, and if they want to get out of there, they have to climb back over that wall.
Yep, it's just up to Mickey now, and Mickey just took a GL. Tony wakes back up, but gets knockout locked again.
And Pads actually was able to make it back into the area. It looks like he got taken out, though. So still, Aim at the Balls is the only one holding the sector up on that roof there.
Number advantage, though, for Blue 4 has been nullified at this point.
Here comes the Striker.
There is an explosive trap on that Gaz, though. But I don't think Aim at the Balls has the detonator, because otherwise that would have been able to knock out the Striker.
Yeah, that would have been a perfect opportunity to fire it.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing is that that Striker did not see him or even hear those shots coming from where Aim is.
Yep, I just saw Twig King pick off some guy. He's with Scandi Recon now. Still only on 1 kill, though, so I guess that wasn't him. Yep. We got Nafs, though, close to this Striker. No AT capability, though. That Striker is way in the open. Iander has the AT. He is trying to line up a shot over this wall, but loses the angle. Now he's trying to go left. Nafs quickly runs into the area here. I mean, it is TSB versus Scandi Recon, a classic. Iander has a corner. Opts not to take it, though, because the Striker quickly moves.
Let's see where that Striker goes. It's continuing to pepper the building that Naf's in.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to do. Oh, and there goes Sector 3.
Aim at the Balls taken out by Smith. Smith was with the battle buddy, 2 battle buddies actually. Aim at the Balls held that spot very well. But now Blue 4 needs to quickly push into Sector 3. They could still overpower it with their numbers, but they did have to Sector 1 group now come along Scandi Recon's flank and do some significant damage here.
The flank has been flanked.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I got the helicopter trying to deliver some shots, but at this point, with all the action going on, there's a lot more for the units on the ground to focus on. Meanwhile, Naf's knocking out 2 of Blue 4 guys, Rick and Cheeseburger, that were caught in the open. Good call for Naf's there. He's on 4 official kills, got a double tap, and that's going to turn into 5 if he double taps Ricky. But otherwise, if Green 4 continues to close the gap here, they should be okay. Bassbeard, meanwhile, going in and cleaning out the rest of the 2 Bravo 2 guys. In the, actually no, it was Delta 2 for Green 4. And Scandi Recon also really distanced out here. You got Buckets running up, one of the really good players on the Centaur side. He is running around.
He's on the 2nd floor.
Yes, but he's busy bandaging. Twigkin is also dead up there. And Green 4's outflank here is just getting picked off, so I could still see Blue 4 rally back up and take the last sector.
They have the momentum, it looks like. They stalled out there for...
Iander here's Buckets coming up. But Buckets gets the shot on him. Yep. All right, Iander didn't hear him. He was too busy trying to pick the gun up. And Buckets was able to deliver a nasty headshot from a spray of lead. Yep.
Nice.
Now you got Naz picking off another person in that string of Blue 4 bodies. So Green 4 trying to make them Blue 4 pay for it, but Blue 4, again, could still rally up and utilize that Striker to storm Sector 2. But I would say out of all the defensive lines, Green 4 has a really nice fortified building here, and they've got a static right here as well. But I would assume that the, statics on the, nope, wait. Yep, they backpacked a static on the outer defensive ridge lines. So Green 4 is just trying to hold this last area. Yeah, so they're not stolen, essentially. But we also still have Green 4 Bravo here, but it looks like they're going to fold in and help with the defense lines itself. Ryan, though, sees those forces coming in, delivers a GL just short. Fires another one and manages to hit both Tom and Vonk with it. That was a good shot.
Azariah bandaging as Vargrant looks into the compound. Misu sees Azariah.
Oh my gosh.
Team, come on.
Misu running up now. Unfortunately, yeah, I think that was Buckets because he was the one with the stolen gun, so that's unfortunate. It was just a 1-to-1 trade. And Naf's now running in the open to attempt to get more kills.
Throwing grenades. He's cooking off one.
But it hits the wall, just short. Would have hurt Vargrant, though. Vargrant, though, exposing his back. As Finn running over is spotted by Vargrant. Misu now returning fire here, and unfortunately, Finn gets knocked out and killed.
So the only one left in that group is Nafs, and he's on the far west side.
Wait, what?
Of the group. He still can do a lot of damage as a single guy.
Yeah, he's on a kill.
Most of the forces have all pulled back to this Sector 2. Yeah, Sector 2. With a pretty heavy force, not even on the point, but just in the surrounding buildings.
So Blue 4 has some decent overwatch vectors. This would be a really good place to put the striker, though, to aim down and get a lot of free kills.
Infantry right behind it. I mean, you know, if you heard over the radio that the AT has been taken from, or yeah, the heavy AT has been taken from Independent. So all they have is light AT.
I'm concerned, though, about Nafs here. He's going to be able to hear these Blue 4 guys as he comes up and potentially get a few free kills. Yano popping a smoke. Spots Yano. Trying to wait for the perfect headshot. Unfortunately, Yano is able to clip away. Nafs pushes up and trades in desync. I think Yano had the headshot first, but excuse me, Nafs had the headshot first on Yano, but Yano was just desyncing a little bit. And Vargrant double tapping. But, I mean, that was Nafs' 6th kill, and, you know, it's plays like that that have definitely helped nullify Blue 4's numbers advantage. But now it's going to be a large force versus a large force for the last sector, and we are on 20 minutes remaining, so it can still go either way.
I love how you have the times memorized at this point.
I've been doing this since August, I would hope, right?
Right. So that's another thing that I forgot to mention. With the new template, we're no longer allowed to change the mission time. It will always be 50.
It'll always be 50 minutes?
Yep.
Nice.
Unless we get special approval. I mean, there's variables for it, so
yeah.
if you know where to look, you can change it.
So at this point, what Blue 4 needs to do is rally their force and work together. Blue 4, though, seems a lot too separated here to do anything, but...
Is it loaded with guys? No, it's not loaded with anyone just quite yet. It seems like as Blue 4's been trying to push down this hill from Sector 3, they've just been either losing a lot of guys...
Montgomery and Novik's about to run into each other. Montgomery getting the hit because Novix was sprinting over the corner, didn't check it properly. Let Montgomery get the sight first, but Novix was able to get a few hits on Montgomery first, so he's going to quickly pull back and find somewhere to bandage, not realizing that Novix was on his own. And Blue 4 is going into the city to stay on the eastern side. Explosive trap just went off somewhere. I have no idea where, though.
At the intersection, the main intersection by the bus stop to the northwest of Montgomery.
Yep, gotcha. But Green 4 definitely has the numbers advantage here. But Blue 4 has the technological advantage because that striker can still look in and get some pick-off kills.
There goes the Dishcom firing up over here at Mickey. He's been stuck at that rock there. And you can actually see a couple Blue 4 bodies where they've tried to, you know, set up a base of fire there and just weren't able to make it out. The striker shooting out. Looks like it was trying to aim for the Dishcom. No, it's firing at Andrew's man.
That's at a lower window from the looks of it. Not sure if he got a kill on it, though.
Oh, I'm definitely seeing a guy down.
Yeah, there is a dead body right there. That's okay, so he did get a kill. By the way, the driver of that striker has a -1 on his point value, so he ran a friendly over. sometime.
The gunner did it to him. Did it.
Well, actually, let me check here, because, let's see. Moxie is the one gunning, and he got the point for that kill, so Tarnfolk... nope, Tarnfolk would have run someone over and, killed someone, so that's funny.
Oof.
Got GLs going up there in retaliation. GLs could do some damage to that crow system, because all you have to do is, hit the camera of that crow, and that crow will literally black screen and become useless, so...
Yep. Well, I believe you can, I know there's a turret spot for it. Can't you turn out and manually control it?
I believe you can. Montgomery getting a pickoff kill on someone on the roof. That was a machine gunner.
Yeah.
And Montgomery is hidden right here. He's waiting for another guy to come out. Now you got that Dishka firing again. That 12.7 will be able to penetrate. Grenade getting thrown up there. I think by Montgomery, doing some damage to that rooftop. Definitely making Glenn here bandage. But if Montgomery can bide his time and run around and get a few more pickoff kills, he could nullify Green for his advantage of numbers.
Vonk is looking in the right direction. Vonk is right above him on the second story.
Yeah, Montgomery, I think, saw... No, okay, I thought Montgomery saw the gun poking out the window, but that is not the case. But they're definitely adjusting to that one gunshot they heard. And they're trying to look around. Montgomery, hearing those grenades go off nearby him, he might try to adjust. There are more grenades being thrown around his position. That one could potentially hurt him. And it does. What?
Ooh.
It knocked him out.
Blood.
Amazing.
Or
Shrapnel to the face.
Shrapnel. Yeah. I feel like he'll get up, though, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm seeing that golf unit still move around up on the hill. Still a little wary going down.
Montgomery waking back up. And is immediately taking fire. At least I think he was.
Well, I think
he's running upstairs.
Yep.
Drops Tom, but then gets dropped by John Stupendous.
So the Blue Force still has their helicopter up in the air. It's still moving pretty fast. I don't know how much ammo it has left, but using that...
It's not going to be too useful at this point.
But still, keeping everyone pinned down, prevent them from moving, would be, you know, the best strategy for them right now. And I do believe this is one of those rounds that does have the overtime condition that works. So for uplink, I don't believe it works. For connection, I don't believe it works. And capture the flag, I don't believe has the
overtime built in. But basically, if Blue 4 gets into the sector, then overtime will be called until they're knocked out or killed. This striker, though, being brought in this close, I guess to support the biggest group of infantry moving in, but there are still... you got Delta coming up on a different angle, and then you have a team of Mr. Pole and Mickey coming around. It is still anyone's game, in my honest opinion.
He doesn't spot them. As Brooke crosses the road, Walsh is covering for him. Firing up, 2600K, getting shot up.
I saw blood splatter on 26K's helmet, so I'm really surprised.
Coming around at a different angle, and he's getting Walsh. Now about to get Angus, and they're
yep, Brooks cripples him. There is still a medic here. Cheese can come up and medic these guys as long as Blue 4 makes a little bit of ground, but they will have to be dragged back. And I think Cheese knows that he's a medic. That's why he's being kept in reserve right now. So no official kills yet for Green 4. Ooh,
rocket goes right over and hits.
Hits the medic of all people. Yeah, you can see the impact of the rocket right next to him. That's funny.
Aiming for the wrong target.
Hudson getting knocked out, trading with money.
Yep, here comes more GL into his position.
Yeah, and you've got 12.7 firing into the striker.
Oh, it took out a wheel or two. That looks like
gun turret's still okay, though. Just checked its first person. It's still A-okay. And medic is being suppressed. One of the guys woke up that was down. And you got Mr. Poole and Mickey coming around to try to assist this main wave as the Delta group has now pushed in from the other side. One of them getting picked off. The guy that took the AT. Random explosive charge to the northwest going off. No help there. And you got Misu getting a free kill on someone by the down chopper.
Yep. Yeah, but he gets immediately picked up by, looks like Dust Eyes. He saw the shots coming from over there.
Yeah, well, no, Misu's still up, though. Still even. If anything, I'd say the numbers look pretty even right now. Green 4 has a slight advantage, but I'm not counting the guys in the helicopter because there's still 3 of them.
Yep. Ooh, and the disco.
Whoa! That was the striker, and the gun also getting disabled because they were distracted by the M134.
Helicopter's right here.
Oh my god.
And there's no one on roofs to take him out. Oh, Rory's right there.
Indigo getting a kill on the right side gunner. Pilot jumping out. Explosive charge.
I think the helicopter skywards.
I think the explosive charge was on the helicopter, no? Or was it below it?
I saw it come from below.
All right, then yeah, that was... They landed on an explosive trap then. I have no idea what to say about that one.
Yeah, but now all assets except for the striker there with another explosive trap going off.
Rizzy getting knocked out. Green 4 has a slight numbers advantage still, but that force multiplier from the striker is going to be very important because I don't see any AT on any Green 4 guys right now.
And as you heard earlier, the 1-8 that went out, it almost hit the medic. So the best they have now is hoping that their crew dismounts or they have enough GLs in their underslungs to do enough damage to force them to come out. And now the striker is within the zone.
Mountain getting picked off by Mickey.
Run over Mickey. Or no, that's friendly though.
Striker in the zone to force op for Reaper, the striker, excuse me. I think Moxie's still gunning, saving Mickey as Mountain woke back up.
Yep.
Green 4 now needs to figure out how they're going to take care of that striker because they have nothing to deal with it right now.
And it's going to bust down a wall right in front of Ash. Woo!
AT goes in.
By Point Man.
Yeah, the best they can do is shoot out that turret, which I believe they're trying to do. Looking at the camera, Mox on 6 kills, by the way. That turret is still effective.
Yep. And now that it's in the zone, and they've got Mickey as well, and it looks like Pierce is also in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely going to be going into overtime if they can't kill everyone here.
Blue 4 doing their best to pick up some additional dudes to make the number advantage even here. Pierce now running in. Got to be careful that he doesn't get picked off by someone in a building because he is running in front of Vonk and John Stupendous, and he gets picked off by Vonk.
Yep. As you say it, you know, he does it. Now, one of the big things is the defenders here, Independent, placed some good HESCO barriers because the
Striker's having some issues trying to maneuver around, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that they also have that front left axle down. Well, how could they? There's no camera angle to look over in that direction.
Owl picking off Cheese, but he gets picked off by Jod.
That's unfortunate because Cheese was the medic, which I don't know why he pushed in. There's still 2 people unconscious. But then again, there's another medic, Grab, who is trying to pick up Walsh.
Yeah, you still have Point Man stuck upstairs in that archway building as the striker tries to fire through it. Right now, it's just hitting buildings, seeing if it can pen.
Rod getting picked off by Ash. I don't see Blue 4, even though they have the striker, they still will eventually have to dismount it. Once that camera on that Crows gets shot out, the striker's done for.
Point Man right there, having a good angle and the gunner not being looking in the right direction, he could probably take that camera out. Now let's see, we still have Walsh down, Grav is up, Angus is up, or down, Mickey went down, a grenade gets thrown by. Tries to take Ender's Man again. I really want to know how much ammo that gun turret had, because it's been firing a lot.
Enough would be the proper term.
Oh, another grenade comes out by Ender's Man.
Smoke.
Now
for the frag.
Probably another smoke. Oh, that's a frag. Gosh dang it, I keep getting the wrong grenade types.
You're good. Angus, who has woken back up, is trying to get some pickoff kills here. But all Blue 4 needs to do is just get the kills here. As I say that, Angus gets a kill on one of the remaining Green 4 guys, but at this point it is 5 versus 7.
Yeah.
But you could still have Grav wake Walsh up, because he is a medic. And you gotta remember, there's 2 people in that striker.
3, I believe. Yeah, 3. Because you got
Yeah, 3. Yeah, you're right. +2. That's my bad.
Yeah, but if it drives in the wrong direction and gets picked off and becomes immobile, you know, that's going to be it out of commission, which is probably the biggest multiplayer here, and that's why you're seeing all of independent.
Yeah, but Green 4 is just hiding. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to. There's no way they can peek it. Point Man had some opportunities here a little bit ago.
Walsh woken up by Grav. So now it is 6v7, but Green 4 is pretty well entrenched.
Good throw by Angus. He put it in the upstairs walkaway.
Yep, Angus getting shot at by John Stupendous and taken out.
Oh, that's not what you want to have happen. You know, that striker is supposed to be right there, but they're focusing on the infantry.
Suppressing Point Man's building again, but Point Man just has to lay low and he'll be fine. I don't think Green 4 knows that if they just shoot at the Crow and the camera, literally 1 bullet is all it takes to break that camera, so... Now you got Walsh and Grav that are gonna come in. And we have 5.5 minutes remaining, but it will go to overtime because Blue 4 is in the zone. I doubt anyone has any explosive traps left because they used it for the frickin' Venom gunship.
Well, I think that was already placed before, and then they just detonated it.
Just luck of the draw.
I've seen, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen at least 4 explosive traps go off. There should be, if my count is correct, at least 2 more. And the striker almost leaves the zone. But we still have 5 minutes left.
We just had another explosive trap go off, but it was too early. You got Ash and Eriku here that have those explosives. They should have just waited if it wasn't close enough, because otherwise you got to dead it when it's right on top. Striker is basically just a shark now.
Yep. Who's gonna peek? Oh, it almost gets Ash. It's got the right window.
This means they do have ammo to burn if they're doing this.
Oh, absolutely.
I think a striker has like 9 additional boxes, so 9 with 100 plus the 1 in the barrel means they got about 1,000 rounds to burn, so.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of ammo.
So you might have STS now try to get an angle on that striker. He's shooting at the camera. But the camera's still good. They actually have a guy in the striker turned in to look at the gunner camera, and I think he's trying to help him find targets.
I mean, that makes absolute sense.
That's funny.
Trying to make sure, you know, you're not missing a single target that might come into the camera view. It's roaming around.
Now you got STS trying to strike down with Walsh here. Walsh was trying to engage Point Man. Vic now coming around, though.
Oh, you got Vonk and Stupendous. They've moved out of the building and they're down the road.
They found the AT! Yep, the RPG-32 that Blue 4 stole, now being used against them again because they brought it to the AO. I was looking for that because it was Buckets that would have brought that in, but he died and someone else picked it up. So they found that and they used it against the striker. It is now cooking off, and now you're going to see a 5v7 infantry on infantry.
Walsh gonna run into the building with Point Man. Point Man watching the stairs. Does he get the first shot off?
Walsh is able to secure that kill. 6v5.
Tarnfuck going to the building with Stupendous. You can hear
Stupendous hearing those footsteps, so he's now getting in the back. Quickly changes mag. Tarnfolk might have heard it, but he's too focused on looking upstairs.
Oh!
Stupendously running up and putting his barrel to the fucking head of Tarnfolk there.
Yep. Ash taking shots over here at Reapers. Doesn't quite get the hit.
4v6.
From the, cherry picking that window.
2 minutes remaining, but at this point it is going to go into overtime. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, absolutely. They have 3 people on the zone. The last 3 of 4 are left alive. Grav going in, still outside the zone.
Reaper's getting shot at by Ash.
I think he's waiting for...
Oh, Reaper's picked off by Ash.
He's waiting for someone down there. It looks like Iraku. I don't even know how to say the name. To stand back up.
All right, someone needs to channel the inner spirit of Audrey Hotto. As I say that, Moxie getting a grenade hit on STS. He could still wake back up, though.
Yep.
And Vonk spraying down. Who was that across the way?
That is Wash. Or Walsh.
2v6. Mox in the central building that everyone's in. He has no body armor, though, and for me, he is naked.
Yeah, same here. He's running past.
He's got to be careful, because if he leaves the zone within a minute, it's going to drop out of overtime, and Green 4 will win by default. He's just trying to find some faraway spots to get angles on people. STS, meanwhile, waking back up. He is bandaging on the 3rd story. Mox throwing another grenade in, bounces off the side wall. It's a smoke grenade, actually.
He's firing up, seeing if anyone will peek that window.
Mm-hmm. Grav also trying to camp out Vonk in Stupendous's building.
Yeah, that building has been,
30 seconds.
Of death. Oh, Stupendous.
Ooh, good shot by Grav there. But in 20 seconds, if Mox dies and Grav is not in the zone, it is GG. Mox now running into Rory's building. Rory's going to hear those footsteps. He's not in a good spot, though, in my opinion.
Moxie getting the first shot off, and he taps him in the head. What? Oh.
There should be an admin call saying that's overtime right now. There should be an admin call.
Scripted that it shouldn't go through. Interesting.
Grav now in the zone. STS firing some shots at Mox. Yep, overtime being officially called by Dingo. One of the FNF staff, Vonk, gets the kill on Grav. It is now 1v4. Vonk, though, on 5 kills.
Oh, he took out Grav, didn't he?
Yep. So now Mox has to stay in the zone and somehow get 4 kills. He is wounded, though. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though, in all honesty. There's just way too much down. Vonk is a very good player in CQC. And just Ash and STS with the high ground, though, and the advantage of they can just wait and hear Mox coming.
Well, here's the big thing.
I don't see it.
Moxie can take the roof over, because remember, they put that walkway over. He might have seen it. He could use that to get onto that building.
I would say that's too risky, though, because you're literally in the open right there. But I mean, yeah, he could go up there, peek, and potentially pick off Ash, but I would not want to be up there too long because that is all open. That's literally for you to do a single strike, and I think Mox is crippled as well.
Yeah, his legs are red. Looks like he is trying to get up there, though. Vonk
that would be a good way to flank that spot.
Look at him.
But Mox can't seem to find a way up that board. And STS sees him and drops him, and that's GG.
Yep, that's GG.
All because Mox can't figure out how to walk up a plank. I love it. All right, that was round 2. GG, and very, very close.
We'll have to take a look at the code, see why that overtime didn't trip or did. Oh well. Time for the next slotting.
Yep.
Good job, Integers, for that.
So,
victory.
guys, I am going to go AFK for a moment. I'm going to go make myself some coffee. So,
why weren't you naked?
Give me a moment.
Oh, yeah, fair enough, actually.
I don't know, because
I'm not a nudist.
Well, why not?
Liar, we all know you aren't Zeus.
Why not?
So I'll be back in a moment.
He loves wearing briefs.
We tried, Pierce.
We also have
We
another
tried.
thing, lads. We have Koak being the first one to be killed by the cell, I think.
As we're loading, team leaders. So what are you? Community leaders. That's the one. Start counting up your numbers. We'll get ready to go.
I kind of feel like that match was the first zone victory.
If there are no assets, why are there 3 hotel squads?
Yeah.
Hotel Motel Odd AM.
Who made this?
Who was so lazy?
Okay.
Basebeard, I think.
Give me a sec.
Bruh.
Oh, did
Basebeard, I looted your body.
Bassbeard, is this you?
Is this the first or second
Basebeard,
version?
is this you?
And then I sent you a
That's the
second one after I
modern
cut out golf and hotel. This is the modern one.
Is it?
Yep.
So is there assets or not?
The one we had to add lighting.
No assets
sort
with
it
vehicle
out.
slots, you know?
Guys, let's staff.
Right, everybody break. It should only be Basebeard and Nemesis talking right now.
Baspi, are you saying this is the wrong version?
I think so.
Right, you think so or it is?
Well, I removed the golf slots and hotel slots on both sides in the second one, so my best guess would be yes, it's the wrong one. Nothing should be wrong with it though, other than the slots.
Okay.
Okay, you sure about that?
There was no assets anyway, so it shouldn't be.
Okay. 1RW, how many have you got?
I believe 7.
4IB, how many have you got?
13.
This community?
I have 11 excluding me.
Now?
Did you say Tau?
Yep.
12.
TSB? Anybody from TSB still here?
Correction. 1RW5.
Now, TSB, how many have you got?
5.
Candy Recon?
8.
Red Strike?
8.
Myrmidon?
4.
AA?
5.
Miniman?
I believe we're at 6.
First air assault?
3.
29th?
6.
Got FI? FI? CAD?
Chat has 3.
UPSC?
11.
Are there any other groups currently here? Lovely. Is there any volunteers from Centaur to take company command for this mission?
Do you want a shit show?
Ghoster wants it.
Ghoster, if you want it, jump in.
Does it matter what side or?
Let you pick a side. Is there a another Centaur guy who fancies taking the other one?
Is this the herd infighting?
I don't know what that means.
Who hurt you?
Okay, perfect. Right, let's blue for advantage 15%. Okay, UPSC blue for cow op for.
Send in goat team 6 now.
4IB blue for.
Send in goat team 6.
This community op for. A blue for.
Send in goat team 6 now.
Red strike op for. 29th op for.
Send in goat team 6 now.
Minutemen, Blue Fort. Gandhi Recon, Blue Fort. ESB, Op 4. Let's get Hermid on Blue 4.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Let's get
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
let's get first air assault Op 4, Chad, Blue 4. Get Minutemen, Blue 4.
Team 6 now. Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Let's get. Is there any group still to slot? No. Okay, let's move on to Centaur. What was that, sorry?
Just occurred.
Absolutely. Right. If anyone is currently greyed out, I'm going to assume that they're not currently playing. If you are in the operations room waiting to join, there's only 117 slots currently taken. Centaur have not been slotted yet, but if there's anyone sat here who's waiting to play, who's not yet played, there's only 117 slots in the server taken, so jump on in. Right, I'm going to start slotting people, assuming that they are independents wishing to play. Let's get Skip to Blue 4.
Larry, thanks for giving out 10 more subs. I appreciate it.
Harry Ord.
I'll keep enjoying the ops, and I hope you thank Larry for that.
Cheese to Op 4. Misu
reset
Op
the
4.
commands.
Navy Blue 4. Jod Blue 4. Rolo Blue 4. Holton Blue 4. Koak Blue 4. Stealth Silent Op 4. Gorskesi Op 4. Tarnfelk Blue 4. Let's see how those numbers look.
Where's 1RW going?
So when I said there's only groups of 30 slotted and no one said anything, that was time to say something. I need to see how these numbers look now, because that's going to cause a lot of shuffling, because you guys have got a few players.
Very sorry.
But alright, these things happen. Let's get you on...
Johansson, there's no hotel, but...
Yeah, there's no hotel, and there's no... whatever the other one is that was mistakenly left in.
Golf.
That's the one. 1RW, let's get... Oh god. Very difficult. If you're Centaur and you've not yet slotted, go Op 4. 1RW, go Blue 4. Actually, it's currently at 20%. 1RW, Op 4.
I'm debating, do I want to play this round?
And
or do I want to play the rest round of NA?
Go Blue.
What do you guys think? Should I play the last round of NA? OFCRA was terrifying enough for me. Because I'd want to go play with Scandi then.
GR4V. Have a minute to sort out
I'll go
your
ask him in between the
I feel like
rounds.
I need some platoon leaders. Platoons need some love. So does anyone want to get their ear talked off?
I got platoon 2.
Juicy. Now who is platoon number 1? For IB, I feel like you're the majority of platoon 1, so it might make sense to toss your alpha squad leaders up there. We could always use some brandy, eh?
Brandy, do you want to do it?
You jumped up already.
Either way you want to do it. But other than that, you know...
Oh god, Larry, no.
Assets.
Larry, no.
DACA preferred. But I think we're good.
Okay, fantastic. Who's the other one? Boston. You have a minute on the clock.
Alright, well, you know I'm gonna ask. I need a second platoon lead.
We can figure it out in game because second platoon doesn't really exist.
How dare you? Hey Judd, are you here? You got a mic? Did he say something?
Jonathan?
Jonathan?
No, Judd, RKT Judd.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and move up to platoon lead? Pierce, go back to your squad lead for me, please.
Oh, you want me to go to squad lead? Fair
Wait,
enough.
you want Jod to go platoon lead?
Would you rather not?
Well, Jod's.
I love
Jod's very
TeamSpeak.
new to the game.
I turned Boston up to shoutcast with me, and now all of a sudden he's like magically louder.
Request permissions.
After I readjusted his volume to be louder for shoutcasting with, but now he was super loud, so it's like, what the hell?
Cheese lead from Delta 1, and then Pearson's team can go up to Delta 2, and then that's all uniform that way.
Or, yeah, someone just take it and then...
By the way, when this round ends, I'm going to take a few minutes off. I'm going to keep the stream rolling, though, and I'm going to work on some mission development.
He was just going to join on me.
Alright, well, I guess this
And
is
then
good
we
enough.
will stream NA, and then have more mission development.
So be it.
To ring, to rule.
Right, lovely.
Keep
In
it
that
going.
case, let's push through to our last briefing of the night.
Do it.
As we're pushing in, I hope you guys have all had a wonderful night tonight. Welcome back to the new year. If you do want to become a supporter or a contributor, we do have a Patreon. All our funding is really appreciated. It allows us to keep running the servers. So we have one over in the States and one over here for the various events. Even so much as £1 a month makes a huge difference, and it's really appreciated, all of those who do come out and help and support us.
Why would
What?
you give people weights?
Stargate, I haven't I touched to make an
What?
intro for, but
What's so big?
Was that some sort of,
We'll get there when we
sort
get
of
there.
joke countries without empires I don't understand?
I think so. I mean, you said you could donate £1, and I'm like, why would you donate weight?
Because it is a British sterling pound, the best form of
An evil
currency
empire,
in the
man.
world.
We got an empire.
Don't forget about the food to dig down dash fan club
£1.
after.
Would you stop advertising dodgy anime games?
It's
you can just take
£1
them from
of
Surrey.
sterling meat. Okay.
No, continue advertising sketchy.
So,
Right, Basebeard, break, Basebeard, what is our brief?
With the new year rolling around, there's been a dispute because America seems to think it's right now that we're in second year, but China seems to think it's somewhere in February, year of the cow or some crap like that, though the West has declared war on China and is now heading into Malden to go and delete all the evidence from their calendars in CanCon. It is very foggy, it is dark, there is some natural lighting of fires and construction lights. You have your 3 terminals, it is rush, so it is sequential, 1, 2, 3, and that is pretty much it. Op4 is in VHS preset for weaponry and Chinese urban outfit. Blue 4, you guys are rocking G36s and I believe PMC. Any questions?
Blue 4, any questions?
Any added buildings?
What do you mean to add buildings?
Any invincible buildings?
I mean, the terminal buildings are invincible, the rest aren't.
Okay.
Okay, Op4 leadership, any questions?
I'm defending, right?
Yep. No, you're attacking.
Ah, good. Okay. I heard something mortars earlier. Is that true?
I mean, there's brick and mortar walls.
Things that go boom
No
and come down and go
question
boom?
We have GLs.
Dell,
If there's no mortars, then I'm all good.
the
Roger.
Lance Corporal part of Lance
Roger.
Corporal Liru
Let
is just
us
something I
push
gave
through
myself
to
a
the last
while
round
ago.
of FEU.
Alright, give me a second. Alright, so I will be solo casting this last round because Boston got pulled in to do some operation stuff, which is A-okay, and it is dark. Turning up my render distances as much as I can here. It is super foggy on the areas as well here, but that is A-okay. Yeah, we're definitely doing this one in night vision. This is what is often called a rush attack. It means that Blue 4 has to kind of rush through and get everything done. The fog appears to just be on the low ground for the water areas, but going up on the higher areas here, that's where the fog starts to dissipate. But it is still noteworthy. Ooh, excuse me. In the lower areas here, so around Terminals 1 and 2, it will be a potential issue, but not so much for Terminal 3. Rush attack means that they have to, and when I say they, I mean the attacking faction, come in and do the objectives in order, so they have to do Terminal 1 first, which is marked as active, Terminal 2, which will then be marked as active, and then Terminal 3, which will then be marked as active. If they do not do it in order, they won't be able to cap Terminal 2 before they do Terminal 1 and Terminal 3 before Terminal 1 and 2, respectively. Now, I will say, and during a lot of rush attacks, I do see sometimes Blue 4, whichever the attacking faction is, try to back cap Terminals 3 and 2, and it never works out for them, but there are no vehicles for Blue 4 to maneuver up with, so that shouldn't be an issue. 50 minutes here. Blue 4 might all run down over here to get closer to Terminal 1 itself, but they could, there's still a lot of room for them to do some wide flanks here. But with safe starts being so close, they're not allowed to engage each other just yet. But that is kind of interesting how they can be fairly close by. I think that's also why the fog's here, to help kind of obscure the fog of war here, to make it harder for both sides to engage each other. Otherwise, Blue 4 is rocking G36Ks tonight for round 3. We got the 249 as the squad automatic weapon. We're seeing some M72 Laws as well for the AT at the squad level. 240 Bravos for the machine gun teams. And I would assume, yep, there's the Carl Gustav for the weapons team right there for Charlie 2. Marksman rifle for the X-ray group is probably going to be a Mark 11. I'm trying to find him now. There it is, Mark 11, and he's going to go with the Faroscope. I hope that is compatible. Wait a second. Oh, that's interesting. There's no night vision. It's pitch fucking black, and there's no night vision. Oh, that is... Well, rest in peace being a marksman, but... Interesting. So, I mean, it's somewhat bright here. That doesn't really match my POV, though. Wait, no, yes it does. I mean, it's just... You gotta have your eyes adjust to it, that's why. So this is the lighting that they get, which means Grenadiers are gonna have to be really reliant on their flares, and probably the infantry have been given ways to illuminate the area of combat as well. Very interesting in that regard. But let's look at Op4 here and see how they are going. Again, guys, I do apologize for not having any commercials ready this week. I did hype it up in an email and a Patreon, but it fell through because I've been working on some briefs for TSB in terms of with the Twitch update on the 22nd, how we're going to do op stuff. But I'll talk about that a bit more in the mission dev stream. Tonight I'll make the announcement for mission hosts, because I'm only asking them to add one sentence to a few things, but... and then a few days later, I'll give the overall announcement to the community. We'll talk about it there, but again, I apologize for the lack of commercials, but regardless, we have the VZ Croatian rifle being given to the Op4 force here, so it's just the really weird guns from Gref, RHS Grefs, excuse me, being utilized here for the forces, but we also have 249s and I would assume 240 Bravos. So it's just really a 5.56 mirror match here. There's a 240 Bravo, and let me look on the roster on the side here. For the Charlie 2, I would assume is also going to be a Carl Gustav. Nope, it's RPG 42, just to keep it in spirit of Op4. And I would assume their marksman rifle, if they're following that in the spirit, is going to be some sort of SVD. Nope, it is also a Mark 11. All right, interesting. Don't know why they would have given the RPG 32 instead of a Mark 11. I'm even seeing the MAT weaponry is also a M72 Law, so dealer's choice, which just the mission maker. But we'll be curious to see how Op4 is deployed here and how Blue 4 assaults into this AO. And we'll see how things go with all of that. So, if you guys have any questions, now would be the time to ask them, because when I am solo shoutcasting, I rely a lot more on talking with chat, because you guys get to take the place of my co-commentator. So, if you have anything you want to bring up, please let me know, and I will try to explain it to the best of my ability. But as we get those chat requests in, let's look at what we have on the roster here. So, Boston, who was co-casting with me, is leading Op4's ground defense of these 3 terminals, and we have on the attacking side Grav, who we saw in the past 2 rounds do pretty well, leading Blue 4. Now, notable things, first off, the 4IB guys, which are, you know, pretty good players in Friday Night Fights overall there. Over here we got Owl, Novix, notable names on Blue 4 as well, Vargrant, Buckets, again, higher end players in the Friday Night Fights group, I would definitely say. And we have Scandi Recon with the, not just Nemesis, who is part of Scandi, but he's also a Friday Night Fight staff. They are also with Indigo Fox, who is another Friday Night Fight staff, so that's interesting to see. And then we have Olaf, Rolo, Pads, Navy, G-Legs, basically a little bit of a veteran squad here. Over on Op4, though, we got players like Gorski, Warlords, and Twig King taking up first platoon there. Aim at the Ball is one of the newer veterans, I would say, with Mass, one of the older vets. Bay Potato is also here. T5 Bay, second best player, to Nemesis being the first best with his group of Montgomery, Nelson. I don't see... T5 Bay normally plays with a guy named Seo, but I do not see Seo on tonight, so that's interesting. But it's basically just a lot of veteran players on both sides, and then we have TSB filling in with some guys for Delta 2. So once again, another fight where Scandi and TSB are at each other's throats here. And we've got a good layout of veteran players on both sides, so I legitimately cannot call any early predictions on who's going to win this. Both sides have really good rosters here. There's no vehicle support. It's purely going to come down to the PvP. Op4 defending, but Blue 4 has a 6-person numbers advantage because it is 60 v 55, somewhere along that line there. And you guys are talking about subs and whatnot. Okay, so yeah, a $5 sub will Twitch will take $2.49 out of that $5 sub. Same with bits. For every bit's a penny. But if you give a streamer 10 bits, for example, Twitch takes half. So Twitch gets 5 cents and the streamer gets 5 cents. So if you really want to support a Twitch streamer, the best way to do it is just direct donation, followed by Patreon because they take a smaller cut, followed by subs and bits. But any support is greatly appreciated by any streamer. But that's just how the math works there. Regardless, Op4 appears to be, knowing that this is a rush attack and it is dark, they are going to go up and basically go to the first terminal and set up here. We do have some nice custom areas dug up here with some really nice lighting also deployed. The Mission Maker definitely put these assets down and these fire barrels, and not sure if the umbrella is supposed to be there, but little bit of extra stuff for some lighting here. And that flag is definitely extra as well. An FIA flag, interesting. AO2 also has a few additional street lights deployed. These are one of my favorite street lights ever because you shoot them out. I used to use those all the time for my night ops, but yeah, just a few additional lights have been put down here, but nothing too major. And then AO3 is just a quiet little position on the top of this church with some custom stuff built on top of it to make this into a nice custom area. I like it. Newspaper there too, nice. I really want to, like as a solo play, go through Old Man again. That was fun to do. I just never went around to finish it, but we found a lot of fun bugs. But digression aside, I think Op4 is going to really just go for holding Terminal 1 and 2. We don't see anything really on 3. We got some Vanguard forces on some wide flanks here to watch if any Blue 4 guys come in on the side flanks here. And Blue 4, meanwhile, is just going to make a massive battle line approach into Terminal 1 from the north, so that should be interesting. But otherwise, Falcon Labs, thank you so much for the 10-month resub. Really do appreciate it. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you are getting a kick out of the stream, and I hope you're staying safe among COVID. Now, again, whole timeline of how this is going to go. So this is the third round of EU, so this is the last round for this particular branch of Friday Night Fights. There will then be an intermission before the NA branch begins in an hour and 50 minutes. I will be streaming some mission development because I have made a massive list of ops I want to develop because I'm going to be spending this month getting my front log back because school ended, then I have to deal with had to deal with holidays. Now that holidays are over, there should be nothing in my way to you know, get everything sorted again, rebuild the channel a little bit, and go from there. So please join me for that. We can talk about anything. I'll talk about, you know, some of the Twitch policy updates for what I'm doing with TSB, some other plans I got for TSB going, and we'll go with everything else. I really do like this. This isn't a ZEI template, by the way. Someone actually built this, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Like this, I kind of want to steal this template here. But I really like, you know, the turned over tables and whatnot. I always get really inspired after playing missions or commentating for FNF because the things that I see players build, just the attention to detail, like, you know, the slightly flipped over bags here being used as sandbags. I love it. Absolutely love it. That nice attention to detail that you see any mission maker put into their stuff. I sucker for it. That's all I'm trying to say. But otherwise, explosive traps, I don't know if Op4 is going to put any down. Definitely putting them on the perimeters of the terminals or the terminals themselves would be a good idea, but we'll just have to see how things go in that regard. We did see in Terminal 1, though, some really good explosive traps placed on the terminals themselves. They weren't too effective, though, but it's that one deterrent that can really, you know, at least make the attacking faction get distracted enough, or at least cautious enough, and those extra seconds can definitely save you, because I will say, honestly, and all the Friday Night Fight stuff that's done every week, you know, 6 rounds we cover every Friday, unless they take everything off, the, at least 2 of those rounds get very, very close, down to the wire. Like the last round, for example, I would say was down to the wire, so we'll see how things go. Ah, okay, I see, Bearded. Even though I'll have to check my notes again, but I know for a fact Twitch used to take bits like at the point of sale as well, so I'll have to go review that. Either way. Yeah, so I know for TSB we did also upgrade the server, and then we have a headless client now for the server. I need to actually review how that's working. Because I remember a stream from either yesterday or the day before, I gave a little rant on headless clients and, you know, what they're actually used for and whatnot. But the trade-off, though, is with that headless client is we could still have use of it if we start getting into heavier scripting and whatnot. And there is some heavier scripting I want to get into. You guys have already seen it with the remote feed camera scripts, and I've been working on some fixes so that when you use the arsenal and whatnot, it won't it will terminate the camera feed, but it'll automatically restart it if you write a proper exception handler. It's just finding all the class names for things and whatnot, but I do plan on getting into some more diversified operations. There's a lot of plans I've been working with here, and we'll see how things go. I'm scared to look at the map when people say don't look at the map. Gunshot going off. I think that was just Eriku accidentally discharging his weapon. But otherwise, Blue 4, we are seeing a bit of a pincer strategy being adopted here with one group in the middle, and they're going to do their best to try to move under darkness into this AO. But again, to show you guys, it is fairly dark in this AO. I do like how the actual terminal sites are really well lit, but they're going to really have to rely on flaring and any handheld flares that they can throw. Because, I mean, at this point right here, it's nearly impossible to see. What I'm willing to bet to see, though, is you got command all the way in the back. That would be Boston holding the rear. I think what we're going to have is Alpha's probably, excuse me, Op4 is going to pull off of this AO. They're going to have Alpha cover the retreat. You're going to probably see Bravo then scale back and take a defensive line back there. just to do a waved defensive line, but they want to test the waters, and if they can just hold that first position, then they might pull Charlie and Echo 1 and Foxtrot 1 out to go and do the assault. You're having some gunshots go off. I think those are handguns just shooting out windows. Yep. And they're also shooting out the lights. Oh. And we just had an explosive thing go off on the fuel station, I think. So we do see a fuel line right here. I think they were trying to cook this off as if it was in whatchamacallit, in Arma 2 and Arma Cold War Assault Operation Flashpoint ported maps. When fuel stations blow up, they make massive fireballs. So I think they were trying to do that, but it doesn't always work for Arma 3. Otherwise, Blue 4 is moving up. You got some Op 4 guys in here. They're going to hear those footsteps. I can hear them over my music right now, but very faintly. And Twig, all he has to do is just radio to say, hey, they're coming up this vector. Get ready. But yeah, with no night vision, this will be oh my gosh. Brandy walking right up to Warlords. Warlords like, hey. Because again, this is what it looks like. So there's no, like, I'm sure Brandy should have seen that yellow patch, but he wasn't paying attention. But yeah, Brandy just walked right in front of Warlords. That's how dark this shit is. Oh, I love this game. I love the players that play this game, man. You find some of the silliest stuff. Brandy, if he was actually paying attention, he would have seen the yellow off that patch and known that that was something. But then again, that's not a tell for Op 4 because they don't know what each other looks like. So we would have just passed that off as, you know, possibly a friendly. So we laugh at it, but the reality is, I mean, I probably would have made that same mistake too. And now you're seeing Bravo 1. This is TDK. I'm just going to call him T because that DK is part of that. But he's using the illumination of the road to see those targets there. Explosive charge going off way early. And you also have Blue 4 pushing in. One of the Op 4 guys just got killed right there. Zope, though, in a bush. As Mox is now firing up. Gets a kill on that guy. Nick also firing over. Zope is firing at the muzzle flashes. But Zope getting taken out by buckets. Oh, this is the crazy close combat that I was expecting to see. And you got Risen not knowing that money is going right behind him because visibility is impossible right now. There needs to be proper illumination. So people are going to be firing at each other's muzzle flashes at this point. And now you've got these guys up here on this ridge firing down at some movement they're seeing, silhouetting with the white walls here to try to pick off some additional guys. I don't see anyone dead yet, though. But now these guys are returning fire to fire at the muzzle flashes. So this is why I really like Arma 3. Because there are so many ways you can adjust warfare to always keep it fresh. And this is one of them. Where all you really have is muzzle flashes and darkness and tracers to rely on accurately where people are to make firefighting that much closer. But now you're seeing some tracers immediately going on this guy's muzzle flash as he's trying to hone in on where the tracer's coming from. And this is where you can really see the creativity go into the mission here. But a flaw in Blue 4's plan here is, okay, so we're seeing these guys close the gap here. One of them's immediately taken out. And they're getting shot at. They were able to knock out Azariah, but they were trying... Oh, and kill another one, but they were up against Scandy, and Scandy's really good at adapting to anything that is thrown at them. But Blue 4 is basically going for a massive push here, and again, they're going for a back cap of a point that they can't access yet, relying on the other flank to close the distance here. But look at this. You got people like 2600 here crawling around. You're going to be able to hear that medical. Question is, can Andreas and 2600 hone in on where Blue 4 is right now? The answer is no. But see, people they're slowly moving around so they don't give themselves away as they're trying to sneak up to where hostile forces are. We have the gift of perfect information with night vision so we can see everything and just see how crazy close people get to each other. Flux now running up. He's going to try vaulting the wall here. Dart coming back in. Flux running in, seeing Dart as he does a reload. And Darth gets knocked out there. Flux now running up, hitting Mickey in the face. And getting that double tap. Now it's up to Stenley there to survive. I don't know. I feel like Blue 4 is just doing some pretty nasty steamrolling at this point. You got Buckets trying to work on Nick here as we still have some Op4 guys intermingled in this position. Explosive trap going off, knocking out Op4 guys. I don't know if that was Blue 4. That might have been Daniel putting an explosive there to knock out that Op4 position because they heard them. And now Blue 4 is trying to come up here and get some headshots here. Blade waking back up. That's Tau Blade, by the way, because there's 2 players named Blade. And now he's trying to throw some grenades up here, at least bounce him on the back wall. I'm surprised Daniel isn't jumping up to hit him. But you do have Ord coming up. Oh, look at this. So he manages to knock the guy medicing Blade up, a Bay Potato, pulling that good security and makes it a 1-to-1 trade. But if you were to evenly 1-to-1 trade, Blue 4 with that 15% numbers advantage would still have players up ahead. And you've got the X-Ray group for Blue 4 now coming up to try to outflank this Op4 force. You do have Snow pulling rear security, but is he going to hear them coming? There is just action all around right now. So Kane coming up. Hits Pierce in the back of the head. Snow does not react. Husky getting shot in the back of the head as well. And Tarnfolk is going to see Snow. Snow now reacting as all 3 Blue 4 guys encircle him and pretty much execute him. Ay, ay, ay. Got Ash running around. I thought he was going to run up to Brandy, but he is across the wall. You got Twig Kane that was just taken out. Warlords is the remaining guy right there. Nafs really focusing on looking with his Vector 21 for targets. If it's a night version, it will have a built-in night vision scope. And you also have some Blue 4 guys. This group is going to come up and try to backcap Charlie here. But now it is all reliant on this major force to get into this AO and be able to take it. Aim at the balls, meanwhile picking off Brandy. Now, again, though, if Blue 4 is unable to get to Terminal 1 and hack it, this is all for nothing, and that going up there is all for nothing because they have to take them in order. Which, again, is why I hate these massive split-offs, because Op4 here still has a lot of guys defending. They don't have the numbers advantage, though, but they can just wait out and, you know, mow down Blue 4 as they run up on this position. Azariah getting knocked out by a machine gunner. Blue 4 trying to return fire here. I believe this was the gunner that hit Az, and he was then taken out. Grenades going off. Yeah, Blue 4 has Terminal 2 pretty much locked down, so that's going to prevent these guys from falling back. Nemesis now running in. Checking these bunkers. There's a dead Op4 guy up there. If he comes up here, he's going to be able to get a free shot on Tackleberry. And Yanni takes that shot. Explosive traps going off. I think that was premature of Op4 to do such a thing, but now Nemesis is checking these. Is he a machine gunner? That's his usual weapon of choice, is that 249. And yeah, they're trying to pass each other there. Nimia getting taken out by Rory as he walks back. Yanni not turning around to notice. And now you have Nemesis and Yanni taking out STS and the other guy right there. Rory not adjusting though. He does see it. Oh, no, a little bit of desync there as he takes out Yanni. And Nemesis hits the deck. As Nimia wakes back up, sees Rory run up in front of him. I don't think Nimia's noticed yet though. Now you got Rory camping the corner here as Nim breaches in. A little bit of desync going on. And Rory gets the kill. Brooke running in, getting the kill on Rory though. And I mean, this is just perfect 1-to-1 even trading. Falcon firing a few shots. Not sure if he accidentally hit Brooke there. And now you got Dusty's firing in through the window and taking out Dusty. Nemesis bandaging up. Thought I just saw a bullet rain by, but Nemesis is now going to run into this bunker, perhaps. Glenn right there. Nemesis hits him Hillary Clinton style in the back of the head. And now Nemesis is going to try to get behind this bunker and pick off whoever is remaining Op4. So Blue 4 is going to be able to take that terminal. Dusty running out as well, and able to at least turn around to see that shot. We just saw another 4IB guy get taken out. Nemesis going to run in and hit him right in the face. Dusty did I think that was Dusty. He did a duck right there, but Nemesis was still right on him and was able to deliver that shot. So now Op4, you have a lot of guys caught out of position here, and you have this Foxtrot 2 group for Blue 4 coming up. they'll be able to overpower Boston there and take that last objective and catch a lot of Op4 guys out of position. I honestly think this is GG at this point. No side got flares either? Oh, God, why? I thought both sides would at least have flares and handheld flares to make this more even, but if it's just pitch black, that's not really that fun to fight, in my opinion, but oh well. I mean, there's no surprise then that Blue 4 is going to win because you just trade evenly 1-to-1 because all you see is each other's muzzle flashes. And Blue 4 can just steamroll, so yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that's a pretty bad oversight of the mission maker. So you got Nemesis running up. He's going to check this structure here. There is an explosive trap right there, but I don't think Nem's going to see it because it's... Oops, sorry. This is what he sees. There's the hack. See if that charge goes off. I don't see any... Well, we do have Hudson here. He might cook it off. But now it's just going to be a domino effect. That's going to get taken, then that's going to get taken, then Foxtrot 2 is going to move in and take the last one, and Op4 is not even close to redeploy there. So I'd assume based off that charge not going... Whoo! So that wall stopped that from, that explosive from killing these 3 guys, because it would have killed those 3 guys. And Stark got out of the building and was able to be saved. I'm surprised that building didn't come down, but I think it was set to invincible so that the terminal wouldn't get stuck floating in the air. We got Green Shade coming in. He is fired upon by Stark, though. Stark replying with a grenade, but it throws him outside of the compound. He's got 40 seconds to stop this. He now pre-fires, giving his position away as Stark shoots at Shade. Yeah, that wall's a true MVP. Grenade being thrown. It is a smoke, though. And now you have Brooke coming around, blind firing, crippling Shade. Shade now doing a quick reload as Brooke hears it and pushes position. Neil also hearing that reload, pushes around. Shade getting caught in a grenade throw animation and is taken out. And that hack is going to finish in 15 seconds. Op4 getting a free kill on someone right there, but at this point, it's... Ooh, wait a second. Op4 is coming over to recapture this position. Nielsen fighting with Mountain here, and they trade. Op4 retaking the second terminal site, and they have a chance now. Montgomery now, did he wake up? Yeah, so he died. Montgomery, yeah, he's trying to medic, but that is it. Mass trying to run up to stop the upload time, but this is going to buy Op4 some time to at least rally back in this defensive position and capture it. Basspear trying to fire into this building to get a free kill. And actually manages to take somebody out who ran out in the first story. Nielsen trying to return fire on Bassbeard's position. Yeah, the wall protects all. That's the MVP play. Now you got a lot of Blue 4 guys repositioning to go to Terminal 3. Plenty of time, though, if Blue 4 needs to send defenses here. But Op4 has time to reset up a defensive line right here. Because let's be honest, there's like a 3-to-1 advantage right now on the amount of infantry Blue 4 still has compared to Op4. Mass now hugging this corner. If he's patient, he might be able to catch some 4AB guys out of position, but there's no way he'd be able to leave that spot once he starts firing. Aim at the balls right here, also waiting. But right now, Op4 really does need to focus on holding that defensive area and regrouping their men to at least hold Terminal 2. You got X-Ray right here, 2 guys, but I could still see Op4 rallying and holding, but it's going to be tough. Meanwhile, you got 4 IB guys looting that body. If Mass were to know, he could come out and poke some, probably get 2 free headshot kills off of that, and then pull away without noticing. There is an open wall right here. Stark is waiting in that bush. And Stark was actually able to see aim at the balls right there and take him out. And now you got Mass slowly coming up. If anything, I'd argue the stream has a lot more lighting than the stream POV is slightly brighter than the actual mission right now in terms of gamma. But yeah, Mass didn't realize that he had 3 guys looking at him as he tried to poke out, and 2 free kills on Blue 4 there. 4 Blue 4 there on Op4. But Op4 now trying to reunify this defense. We've got Bay and Montgomery here. Got again, two really veteran players. Nielsen's also one of them. Wuna's a newer player, and then Risen and Lolo from TSB. Wild cards, I would call them. And we have X-Ray for Op4 getting engaged. One of them's down, one of them's still holding off, and you've got Foxtrot 2, who has arrived in this position, and Ghoster here is on his own watching those guys go in, which is scary to consider because he is a single man. And I think he's trying to coordinate everything as command, but at this point, everything has pretty much fallen apart. I think, do we have an Op4 guy come up right here? Naf's on 5 kills again. He's been on a roll tonight. I'll be honest, normally I don't see, like, Naf's is a really good PvPer. Definitely one of your run-of-the-mill, what's it called? King of the Hill players. He's really grown in TSB, though, in my opinion. He used to run off on his own all the time, but seeing him as a team player in Scandi Recon, being able to, you know, still run up and get a lot of kills, like, his efforts are shown here. And I mean, he's passing over 2 bodies, but he's getting fired at by his own dude that was just with him. What the hell? Yeah, I guess PID is impossible at this point. Angus is going to run up now. And he's running up and going, hey, don't worry, Naps. I got the bad guy. He was right next to you. Explosive trap going off on this building. These buildings have to be set to invincible. Same with these vehicles, because otherwise that thing would have cooked off. And you're hearing more gunshots up here. Boston appears to be dead. I guess he tried to make a move and was unable to. Lucas running up, but Short Boy was able to take him out, but he is crippled for it. I really like the custom interior decorating here. It's nice. It's really nice. But Op4 down to 4 defenders and 1 outlier at this point, but Shorty Boy is a medic. He could bring Jonathan back up, but he's got Buckets and Vagrant, who are 2 veteran players as well. Overwatch, and Shorty Boy getting the double tap. And he might just be at an angle that Buckets can look in and shoot him on. Ay, what has this round been? I'm kind of glad I didn't play it on the ground, because this looks like hell. So you got Fred running up, but Nielsen was able to spot him silhouetting against the whiter wall here. White and yellow. Now, Op4 just needs to do that about 20 more times. Shorty Boy going down because his building was being camped. More shots going in, but he is dead. And now we are about to see the brave few. Oh shit, T5 Bay's dead. That is not a good sign. Yes, almost every community out there uses Ace. So I think he was just picked off because he just disconnected. And you got Nielsen trying to run around. So defenders, all they have to do is just hide in a few buildings, wait to see the silhouettes against the white walls of the buildings and the walls themselves. So these two hear Nielsen walking around out there. You can hear the footsteps. So this is now just a game of patience. Joseph Stalin opens that doorway, only to be mowed down by Nielsen's gunshots. And Kami Slaughter Kami Slaughter with Joseph Stalin, I love it. He now closes the door. We just had Montgomery pick somebody off up there. And he is now, Nielsen's firing through the door. He is being shot at by Novix here, who has gotten up to give himself a little bit of elevation on the top of this wall. Not sure if he got any shots on Nielsen, though, as he runs in and is now covering that window. And Novix is probably going to try to hunt Nielsen down. And now you're having a marksman. That is Owl, who is part of the X-Ray team on Blue 4 here. Trying to get some pickoff kills on the remaining Op4 guys here, but we're seeing some more Blue 4 guys coming for IB, of course. One of the newer but really good player bases that come into FNF, and they are healing up Nafs, who again is on 5 kills tonight for this op. Overall, he's gotten at least, he's gotten 20 plus kills over the past 3 rounds, so a full Audrey Hotto. For those of you who don't know, Audrey Hotto, he's the guy that holds the highest kill count in an operation for Friday Night Fights. He got 20 confirmed kills. Looking through the footage back, it was either 22 or 23 kills, counting those bleed outs. But he basically clutched a round for his team by getting a massive amount of kills and just winning it lone wolf style. So that's what we mean when we say an Adriano. We have the footage somewhere on YouTube. But Nielsen right now trying to bide his time. Novik's trying to engage him. Novix, I think, thought he got the kill or he's gonna loot that body as Risen's running up, trying to fight with Novix, but Novix gets the drop on Risen, and now it was down to Op4 with the 3 amigos. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, Yanni, what's up? 4IV coming in. Naf's flanking on his own as well. He can do wonders when he is on his own. And you got Delta for Blue 4 folding in. This is going to be very, very tough. In the sense that it's pitch black. Really hard to see the silhouettes. You got to wait for them to be against the wall. Montgomery and Wuna are going to do their best to hold from right here. Wuna in a really good spot to watch units coming up. And isn't really exposing himself. I don't think Novix will be able to see him up there. Yeah, it's pitch black. You can't really see anything there. With night vision, you can kind of see some of the black silhouette there, but that's not really good to see. And then you've got Montgomery hiding behind a broken cardboard box. And they're just going to camp that stairwell, but I would assume Blue 4, once they get wise to this, they're just going to start popping grenades up there, and they will eventually, through the attrition of multiple grenade throws, be able to knock out Wuna and Montgomery, which will then mean that Nielsen is going to need to be relied upon to come down and sweep. God, this almost a dozen Blue 4 infantry, 4, 8, no, it is a dozen. And then there is another fire team worth of 4 along the way, and there's command right there, and there's Nafs. Go to bed, Yanni. Good job today. Oh dear, oh dear. This is not looking good. Nielsen trying to reposition here. Grenades being thrown up top. Really good grenade throw. That could knock out Montgomery. Nafs being left to run off on his own. Manages to catch Nielsen out of position, and now it is just down to the 2 amigos. The 2 brothers. As a grenade is thrown up here, most likely wounded both of them. I'm looking for the blood on the floor because blood textures usually go through buildings. But I don't appear to see any, so that grenade might have been ineffective, but you're now hearing GLs hitting up here, and there's not really any good places to cover to stop them. So Wuna's right there. I still do not see any blood textures, because blood usually it falls through the floor and spawns at the base level. I don't see any on the floor either. So that's just lucky at that point. Not seeing any blood there either. I mean, there's still plenty of time. Blue 4 is going to eventually overpower these 2, but they're trying to find angles where they can fire more GLs in here. But they know as soon as they push guys in, it's going to be messy. So another grenade getting thrown in could potentially knock either of them out, but that's not the case. They're just not landing any luck with these shrapnel hits. Again, looking for blood, and I don't see it. You can, it's, oh, wait, nope, here's some. Okay, yeah, no. Wuna, sorry, Montgomery has definitely gotten hit quite a few times. Whoop, all right, let me, if I were to go to normal vision here, and look around. Sorry if I'm brightening your screen a bit too hard, but yeah, okay, no, it's not worth it. It's too bright. You got Banks now firing across. That's causing some confusion. John now running up. And John managing to knock out Montgomery. Doing attack reload as Wuna is also forced to do a reload. What the fuck is going on? Why are you reloading again? Hello? Hack started. Wuna's just staring at him. John fired at by his own dudes. And John just got dropped by his own guys as Wuna just got shot by John. You guys know the meme where it's just One Punch Man Saitama just saying okay while he's bald? You know, just a blank okay expression? That's what I feel like just happened. But yeah, don't get me wrong, it is actually pitch fucking black in here, but still, like, what? What just happened? Alright, well, yeah. Stuff. I'm not surprised it went down that way, because again, it's pitch fucking black here, but they're calling GG already for Blue 4, because Blue 4 just has to initiate the hacks, but everyone on Op 4 is dead at this point. And there it is. Alright guys, so here is the deal. I'm going to take a 3-minute break, run some ads, go use the bathroom, come back, and I will stream some mission development for some TSB ops I have coming up. So give me one moment. When I get back, I will change the titles, and I will work on the next T3 op and see if I can finish that before NA finishes, and if it, NA starts, and if I finish that, I'll start working on the next public op. So let me pull up Twitch and get these things running. So don't go anywhere. I need to also cut the recording.